Shit, we already live. Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? What's happening to all the comment P pushers? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, let me send this here to Sack. He might be busy, but Sack, if you watching, I'm sending you the link too, brother, as well. Even though I want us to have something separate anyway. So if you're not aware, we just did a live over here on Out the Pit podcast right here, and there was a dope ass panel where I had us tapped in. I had me tapped in with some more powerful individuals, bro. I will say that was a blessing to be able to be a part of that. So we definitely gonna do that again. I'm pretty sure you'll see me over there again, and you'll see Sack from Out the Pit podcast over here as well. Which this is random. I'm supposed to be going out and doing what what I'm saying, the illusion make a nigga do. I have a nigga to do, But I just said fuck it because what Sack just did was just bringing people on, which is more calculated nonetheless. It's random at the same time, which is the beauty of it, and that works. So I sent out a link to a couple people, even to the point that when people show up over here, I got the link. We don't know you and you're talking some bullshit, we're gonna kick you. The link is in the chat. So you can hop on and join, and we can, you know what I'm saying? The topic is the trap of spirituality. It's something that I've been working on about talking about here lately. Ain't really done much with putting some shit, a presentation or whatnot together. Because the best shit just happened naturally. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how this go. But I found a trap in spirituality, just like there's a trap in the streets. The trap. You know what I'm saying? By a way you can work your way through it and get something out of it, but every time you turn around, there's going to be some form of thing that's actually holding you back. If you from the streets, you understand. Some niggas trapped to the point they got enough money. Why they keep doing it? They love the rush of it. They may not notice it. They love the rush from it. They love the excitement of it. The fact that it's illegal and you shouldn't do it on an unconscious level, niggas love doing it just to do it. You gotta go lay down, do 3, 4, 5 years. If you just join and hit that like button, if you just join and y'all know, I'll be telling y'all I'm sick of talking to myself on the screen and talking to the chat. Get your ass up on the screen. You can turn your camera off and we can just chop it up. But what I've noticed with spirituality, it becomes a trap too. You end up limiting what you can be aware of. You end up limiting shit that can easily be seen by way of, okay, Zach said, give me a minute. You end up limiting the level of understanding, of seeing clear. Because I don't even know if I want to call this shit spirituality no more. Like, because the stigma behind it and the notation behind it already pushes something out. I don't know. But maybe we're going to still keep using the word spirituality because it's commonly known. You know what I'm saying? Because we do talk about spiritual shit, I guess you could say. So, we got my boy Zero to Mexico Hero. We're going to get you on stage. We're going to get you on stage in a minute, Zero. Let me finish this out. This is my boy from all the way from Mexico. Zero, the motherfucking hero. We got him in the building. I've been needing this. I've been wanting to have my guy on here. So we're going to do this. But what I've noticed is all we got here, y'all, is to swap out one illusion for the next. And I know y'all not going, I know people really ain't going to heed to that, but what else are we doing? We're taking rituals. We're taking courses. We're taking new mind frame structures and standards and swapping them out for another. We take Jesus and swap him out for goddamn Buddha. We take Buddha and swap him out for goddamn Ganesh. We take Ganesh and swap him out for Muhammad. If you just join, hit that like button. You can also join a live stream. We will bring up to 6 people on stage. If you got the anxiety of being seen, cool. We ain't tripping on that. Turn your camera off, turn your mic on. So if you've been subscribed to the channel, maybe it's some questions you want to ask. This shit really free for all. I just gave it a topic. So if you pay attention, what all can we do here when we talk about escaping the matrix? Escape it and go where? Some other mental construct that we didn't created that we call the next dimension or another reality. That by way is a limitation too. That's a limitation too. And the real deal thing here is to get to the point where you can accept that. Can you accept that? Because that right there can do damage to you. Damage to who you think you are. But if you had to ask me, that's the final battle. To accepting the way that this shit is, and it is what the fuck it is. Me trying to create and make this shit something better than what it already is creating the struggle. It's creating the inner battle. We got to be able to see that. That's what's creating the inner battle. Because you want what is right here, right the fuck now, to be different than what it is. That's the way you treat yourself when you get into that self-help shit. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. It's common fucking sense that if you want to get some money or be a millionaire or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to acquire some skills. So your skills are going to have to get better. The self that you are or you think you are, there is no that getting better. It is what the fuck it is. All it's doing is putting on layers of clothes. Do you think you're a better person when you put clothes on versus when you naked? Some people probably do. But that's just some shit you done made up in your head. The naked king, they say. The naked emperor, they say. Let me get my boy Zero on here. Zero. Gotta see how they're gonna do it. There you go. My dog.
Yeah, I'm fine.
The Mexico hero. What's happening, gang?
Man, finally here, man. Finally,
Finally
long
got
time.
you. It's definitely been a long time, bro.
Yeah, man. I think even some people think I'm not even real now. And it's like, man,
They think you AI, don't they?
yeah, well, yeah, I think yeah, of course that's true. But you know what you say about wanting like something better than just this present moment is really a trap because it's nothing more than just this moment that we really experience. Everything else is mind making. 100% is mind making.
Man.
I think yesterday I sit in meditation because I like it. It's not because I need to. In the past, I want to achieve something, but now I just feel I like it. And yesterday I sit, I just stay still and feel my energy flowing in my body, and that's it. That's just it. That's just it. There are nothing more. They are not like, oh, I feel enlightened or I feel sad. No. Yeah, thoughts come and go. I try to observe it, but literally I just feel my energy and I feel more happy than a lot of happy moments I have in my life because that's the presence of myself. And I never have the opportunity, yeah. And I never have the opportunity to really dive deep in my presence. And when I feel it, I understand how all the spiritual systems say about the presence. I now understand what is presence about.
There you go. And that right there, it's it. Now we may even come into that. Let's use. I hate to use. We may come into that understanding by way of going through all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? All this, whatever spiritual things that we have done, we may come into that understanding. But you have a natural. You got a natural. I forgot what word I want to use. and I'm speaking about you specifically. Me and Trav realize this, and anybody else that knows that know you or have conversed with you realize it. There's no other way to say
Yeah,
it that like it's just in you, bro. And that's one thing I've understood from seeing from when we chat or when we chop it up or whatnot. Like it's in you. It ain't no real fighting, trying to over intellectualize shit. Even though we all got intellect, it's gonna be
yeah,
used, but nonetheless, it's not like you trying to intellectually push your way into becoming this better so-called what's the name. And I'm not telling anybody anything is wrong with that. What I'm saying, it's time to start seeing this shit clearly for what the fuck it is. And once we
yeah,
start
yeah,
observing this shit from a clear standpoint, which we're gonna always push the P, the observer, and see actually what the fuck is going on, you can pull back and see, oh shit, this is being done by from a standpoint that I feel insufficient. Even when we go back to all the holy books, it's telling you not insufficient, but at the same time, there's rhetoric through all the holy books that makes you still feel like I haven't got to that level yet.
yeah,
And that's what I
yeah.
mean.
It's the mind. Yeah,
It's the traps that you got to be able to look out for. It's the traps that you got to be able to look out for because in 1 minute is talking to you like you got to get to this state, and then another one is telling you already this state. So it's like, okay, what the fuck is it?
yeah, yeah.
I
That's
got
the
my boy Sack.
confusion part. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull Sack up too. Sack, my dog.
What's happening? What's
You
good?
low. Okay, there you go. There
Peace,
you go.
peace.
There you go. So this my first time having my boy Zero, the Mexico hero, on here too. So also the first time my boy, having my dog Sack on here. You know, we just
Good.
got through doing the live over there with Sack. So I damn sure tell y'all to go out there, go over there and check out the pit podcast.
That that live was crazy, crazy. A
No,
really good one.
what'd you
Appreciate
say?
that. Appreciate that, man. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. We can hear you now.
Yeah, yeah. We can hear you.
Yeah.
But what I was saying, like to further it on, it's like, and here's the thing of the intellect of trying to connect these dots. We can get caught up in trying to connect the dots, and that can become a whole reality itself. Hence, that's why there's a lot of people, which I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I just like to see the thing from a holistic perspective. What the fuck is happening? Not individually focusing on this specific thread, but what the fuck is actually going on? That's just the way that my mind has concluded this whole called spiritual journey that we so called have. What are we actually looking for?
Yeah,
What are
that's
we actually?
why the.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, sir.
No, go ahead.
That's why in the story of Gautama Siddhartha, the Buddha, he strived to reach enlightenment, learn this, that, and all that kind of yoga schools, and in the end, he just walked like straight. Don't eat, don't search for food. Just take the thing too seriously that he even starved himself to even die in the process. And when he was in the moment that is in the last part, in the last moments of the body was like falling down of loss of everything, nutrients, of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
He just said like, what I'm looking for, there are nothing to looking for, and in that moment he get enlightened.
In that moment,
That's it. Yeah, in
we
that moment when he really lose everything and he surrender, then get enlightened and have the strength to cross a river, sit and meditate and get the fully enlightenment.
the
And
whole. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
sorry,
Zero.
sorry.
Finish.
I'm just finishing the story. And he stay like this. He sit and stay long time. I don't know. I don't remember how much, but a lot of people go like sit around of him, like, oh, he's an enlightened being. Look, he's like in bones, and he's so peaceful. What is this? And when he opened the eyes, he saw the people and say, what are you waiting for? Let's go for food. Literally,
Yeah,
literally, he saw that.
like let's go straight for the food.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I was losing all my time doing this."
But
Yeah,
see,
that
and see, and that's the thing. Now I brought up something on. I know you seen it, Zero, and I think everybody else did on my Instagram while I was talking about the guy. I don't know in person, like the real chosen young dude. What it seems to be from me, from my level of perception, is it could be it could be anything. I don't give a fuck to judge the nigga. Like I see what I see, and what I recognize is he's went through this so-called journey and found out, oh, I'm doing this old performative ass spiritual shit. Look the part, talk the part, be the part, all that type shit. Like, and that's you. What you got to understand is that's what the ego wants. The ego will dress up as, oh, I'm the higher self. The ego will dress up as, oh, I'm the knowledgeable nigga who is helping people out of compassion. It will dress. The ego is some of the most slickest shit ever. So
yeah,
it will dress up and
100%.
it will put these clothes on and act like it's doing all of this, and you will believe it. And you will believe it. So what he seems to have come to the realization of, like, why am I, doing X, Y, and Z, or seeming to be on this social media shit? Why am I seeming to dress and act this part when, you know what I'm saying? It, like, the realization ain't got nothing to do with how I dress, how I talk, and how I act. Now, the realization itself, just the realizing of what we just talked about, what the Buddha had the realization of, ain't nothing to realize. That's the most scariest shit. If you get to that
Yeah,
point, it ain't nothing to realize. What it
yeah,
is, what the fuck it is, and like that's the most simple statement that you can give. It's really nothing to realize. Now you can pontificate and play around with all of these concepts, which is what we do. But once you figure out that's the same shit scientists is doing. That's the same shit niggas who focus on money is doing. Everybody just pontificating and playing around with words and playing around with concepts. That's all, to be 100. That's all you can do around this motherfucker. Until you get to the point where, oh shit, it ain't shit to really be trying to strive for.
That
Because
shit called playing make believe.
my dog,
We out here playing make believe, dog.
the whole shit is nothing but
When I
some.
realized that, the shit got real fun then.
That's all I'm saying, my nigga.
Fucking make
This shit
believe.
becomes fun at this point. And it's not to say your human mind won't come up and have rejections, some little fears, some what we just talked, precautions. That's gonna happen.
That's what comes with it.
yeah,
That's what comes with the shit.
You can't avoid that.
yeah, 100%,
It ain't
100%.
going no
It's
goddamn where.
what they say, laws of nature,
The laws of nature.
laws of existence.
Not one holy man in one holy book was able to change them laws, nigga. Them laws there. They there. It comes with the shit. It comes with the limitation of this construct. Just
And people,
what it is.
in my opinion, these higher ups, what we call them, they understand this. We struggle to constantly figure this out. They understand this and they capitalize on this shit.
There you go.
They understand the function. Let me say that it's the motherfucking function of humanity,
Yeah,
of life. They
yeah,
understand that they give us all these spiritualities. Why you think they allow us to just, like, I used to be an Israelite. Why you think they allow them niggas to get out there and just cuss motherfuckers out? You feel what I'm saying? Got motherfuckers out there kissing, you know what I'm saying, kissing boots and all this shit. Ain't no disrespect to that shit. I get it. I was, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't that deep, but I was in there. I identified as that. But they allow it go from them to each one of these religions and spiritualities. They allow this because they understand the makeup and how what you can't get around, the emotions and everything you just said, and they capitalize off that shit.
Off of that.
Monetarily, you feel me? Control, power. It's but the moment we actually understand and comprehend what it is, you gain a little bit of control back for yourself.
There you go.
yeah. You recover the authority.
Yo, yo,
100%.
yo, what's going on, man?
P West Side Worldwide, my dog. What's happening?
Man, I'm coming in on like tail end, so I don't know, like, I know where we at, but I don't know where we started or how shit started. So I just kind of want to share, my input, and it might be a little different, because I see shit different, I see shit. I feel like we all see shit in our own unique way, but
Yeah.
in a sense of like beyond my own perception, it's just like, let's say, pure gnosis. Certain shit that I've been observing or what I've been coming to understand is that I'll just start with the title, because I like the title, the chapter spirituality. That shit is real. And what I would say is that the trap, if we could call it that, is really the mind, or the ego, or the
Yeah.
false mind. You know what I mean? I won't even say the mind total, because I feel like this is something that I've been telling myself and just going through, is that, nigga, you don't stop growing and creating a thought or mind just because you've been born on one day.
Yeah.
So the thoughts and mindset that you created to have today, that is all a part of a, let's say, identity or energy that you come with and how you shape and form. And I feel that when it comes to spirituality, or let's say spiritual beingness, everything is spiritual. So spirituality, in, let's say, a decode or etymology of like terms, is just spiritual reality. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nothing as like a okay, if I do this, I'm operating in spirituality. If I don't do that, I'm not operating in
There
spirituality.
you go.
That's retarded. Because
There
even
you
if
go.
I am unconscious, or let's say if I'm not aware of the spiritual reality that I am in, that's nobody's fault or responsibility but my own, to come into my own awareness. And on another thing of just like spirit, is that everybody has their own time, or I would say cycle, when they just start, feeling it, whatever they feel. You feel
Yeah.
me? And
Yeah.
I feel like, well, I would say, as I've grown, I've come to respect that, because many a times, and this is true, everybody ain't chosen. I'm gonna just say it like that. Everybody ain't chosen and free enough in their mind to say, you know what? I'm gonna go where they tell me not to go, just to see what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody not gonna challenge the self, or even use the mind as a tool to challenge the self to reveal
Yeah.
unto oneself. So I mean, when it comes to just like spirituality, I feel that everything that we create in reality, from shit, every fucking thing, you name it, it is spiritual. It's alchemy. And so when it comes to spiritual, or just the spiritual being, you are alchemic beings. The AL on spirit or spiritual is alchemy. So I feel what we try to I don't even say just we, but what most people try to try to surface with this shit, it ain't nothing that they could possibly want to think of. What niggas want to, deify and hold to some sort of like reverence, that's not spiritual. So let's say being an upstanding black man, or what man, or whatever, nigga, that come with your vibration and nature, is who you are. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it don't got nothing necessarily to do with race, but I'm just saying, as far as your origin,
Yeah.
whoever you are, your origin and your core values will come out.
They're
And
gonna come out.
I find that's not a it shouldn't be no dogma or religious or bias to that, or where it's like, well, shit, man, you ain't as black as me, man. No, I'm gonna use it. Nigga wasn't getting at me like that. But these are all constructs that I find that, because my boy said some shit and I agree, but I feel it's not the limitation by like choosing to limit ourselves. It's more of an unconscious thing, where the limit of, I would say, like imagination or creation, where it's like a frequency. So if you can't expand your awareness, or even reach certain heights and shit like that, then you would only shrink into a certain idea or thought, or you wouldn't even get
Wouldn't
it.
even occur.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it ain't for everybody, but at the same time, everybody or every soul has their own point in time where they start to come online. And I mean, shit, as those who push the envelope like we do here, those who challenge, what I mean, what it is, I feel that that's some elder shit, that's some more wise shit. Because let's say, to oneself, why the fuck is niggas doing it? Not to say niggas don't got their answers in their own shit, but what you learn in your own experience as wisdom that come from the knowledge and whatnot, from all the shit you didn't know, let's say ignorance, nigga, that's spiritual. That's what you are creating and cultivating as reality. So it don't matter if it took, nigga, from kindergarten up until this point. Whenever you get it is when you get it. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is be thankful. You know what I mean? Honor yourself. Like don't. I don't know if I'm being alone with it, but overall, I'm just trying to like like to a point of understanding where it's like whatever niggas in the conscious world community are call it spirituality. Man, it ain't shit, bro. I'm gonna tell you that just off the strength of my own experience because nigga, I even had to tell myself today. Nigga, I'm never alone. Nigga, I got plenty fucking spirits and all sorts of shit in me, around me, and all sorts of shit. So even when I got weary in my thoughts, it's just like, oh damn, where can I go? Who could I fuck with? Can I match up with somebody? Are they on my vibe and frequency? Even if I couldn't come up with anybody at that point in time, it didn't fucking matter for me to make up any fucking lethargic shit in my head about why not anything. So that's awesome mental shit. That ain't spiritual to me. Yeah. And I feel like that's awesome shit that we all gotta be able to face in our own individuality to see like, okay, that's not really energetic. That's more what my boy was saying, how the ego is trying to mimic a particular sensory or certain, you know, projection. Yeah. And I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that at all because this work is about consistency and a committedness is like, I would say, just as I said, when you come here and you're born, you're not done, you know, creating a mind and expressing yourself. So even as you transcend in the afterlife, when you go forward, nigga, you still got work to do, whatever it is. How you get there, how you evolve to that, nigga, that's where this counts. And I feel like that's not a pointing of the finger or what we need to do as spiritual beings or spirituality niggas. Nah, that ain't, nah, hell no. Hell no. I just don't see it that way. Cause shit, I don't see it that way, bro. But hell no.
So and that goes back. Did anybody else want to say something? Cool. Zero set.
I just want to say, yeah, 100% agree with that because everything is just the spirit putting into levels of mind, emotion, energy, matter. That's it. It's awareness and energy. That's it. Awareness, looking the energy flowing through layers and layers of elements, and then get to the point of the physicality. That's it. Everything else is mind. You know, it's
so you know.
I think go ahead. I think what he said. I think awareness. It should be a big emphasis on that. That's why it's huge on awareness.
Because it can't be nothing that happens without awareness. Other than that,
100.
how can you even refer back to it? So, and that's what we mean when we talk about the cosmic principle. Cosmic principle is awareness, is the self. So I'm like, once you realize that, once you realize and have a conviction and understanding of that awareness that gives you the ability to be aware of what something tastes like, what something feels like, what something smells like, what something looks like, and whatever the other fucking all of them is. So
see, I'm gonna say it like this: for those doing the work, they got that let's say free will of consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? Because shit, we all know niggas that they've been possessed and they can't tell you, man, bro, I don't know why I shot that nigga. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? And so that I feel it's not to be like so intricate, but I feel it all connects because when it comes to the choice, action, and matter and things, your question, why am I doing this? Why I ain't do that? Why I ain't get this? The why is really like Bobby Hemming would say, the answers in the question, you know. But if you don't know that, you know, there's shit. Oh man, the nigga named Brother Sam on Serious Times. That's why I'm kind of waking out right now because what you explained, you know, a little bit was that how based on conscious levels, everybody's in a trance. And I even Trav mentioned this, how like we are all in our own trance and shit like that. And I agree. But I feel that if one don't know they in a trance, of a trance, you know what I'm saying? You get here, nigga, they shot you with the shit, you know what I'm saying? Smack you on the butt, nigga.
Yeah,
like, your body is already in different states of shocks and trance and in modes, we'll just call it. So how you even, let's say, outgrow that idea of is the state of I would say that's alchemical because that takes work. It's not a brain thing or a mind thing. Like, am I doing it? Should I do it? Nah. It's more of I would say it's a compelling action that comes with it, and you know that's mind, body, soul, spirit. I would say that's heart. You know, and I feel like that it's no time limit to that because you could be old as a dingbat and just be like, man, I got it, or I need to get it, or it could, however, like there's no limit to it. It's just more so not what you do, it's how you do it.
It's more okay. See, because now when we get into that because all right, let's run it back to this. Because I want to get to this question Athena just asked, and peace, Athena. When we get to deciphering through, once you hit that point in your life where it's like boom, that you were speaking about earlier, by what mechanism, by what mechanism for one, then by what source does that mechanism use it to drive itself through this, I guess we can call journey? If you follow, y'all know I don't like using the word, but it's
hey, no, real shit. I'm glad you asked that.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Don't lose your thought. So we gotta recognize by what way that happens, right? Because a nigga born in a what's that island over there in India, off the coast of India, where them Africans at, and don't nobody hit their island. They don't let nobody come to their shit. I forgot the name of it. Sentinelese or some shit like that. They ain't gonna have no, whether we say we got free will or not, they ain't got no concept of creating a motherfucking car. They ain't just popping out with the concept of creating a goddamn car. There's no need amongst their genetic history or the thought form history of their people. There's no need for it. Motherfucker in the desert ain't trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, like X, Y, and Z. The limits are constrained to the environment that you grew up in. And the language is already on top of that. Like I was saying, like on Instagram today, like with my son, he ain't got no concept. 4 months old, he ain't got no concept of escaping the matrix. We imprint that shit into him. This is the real reality that I feel like we gotta recognize. This shit gets imprinted into us by way of what? What's the mechanism? Because the same thing that imprints it is the same thing that's producing it, the mind. Which when you get to the all is mind, right? And this is why I say the mind is limited. It can't come up with some shit out of the limitations of itself. It's not gonna be able to do it. Like I said on the other video, if I bust up on you and say, you thinking about a brown pig, you ain't thinking about one, but now one has been imprinted into your mind. You didn't have no.
You is now.
You is now. You see what I'm saying? So if you ain't got no recollection or no database or no reference point for none of that, then none of that is it. So when we get this spiritual information, we got to accept it, or we don't have to. But when we get this spiritual information, and like I say, when we get to pontificate on all the shit dealing with the spiritual information, that reality is born inside of this mind, and it starts to project that. Now we can say, oh, but what about when I was a kid and I seen this? There is a thing which, like I said, we didn't talk about it before here when we talking about thought forms. We don't know where the fuck thoughts come from. Nobody knows where the fuck thoughts come from. You don't know where they come from. You can't control them. You don't know. You can't hold on to one. And when you try to tap it back into the memory and think of a thought that you didn't thought before, it had already been deleted, generalized, and distorted. You know that
100%.
You having a fucking experience with your friend, and your friend telling you responded and acted like this. You're like, I ain't do that shit. I don't remember that shit. Like, hell no, that ain't what I did. I did this. How the fuck can two? So when you recall on a memory, you already altering it. You already traveling to the past. If you're going back to the past, you altering the future. You altering the. Come on, bro. So when we dealing with this information, let's step back and look at this shit with the concepts that we have accepted. I had to step back and look at the concept that I accepted from my OGs. Y'all know who they is. Bobby, Panic, Phil. They leave little hints. Like one of the last videos that I like to pull up from Bobby Hemmett, which was towards the end of his lecturing, is you gotta get away from thinking you know shit. This shit is chaos. And you ain't gonna be able to track it based upon no motherfucking methodology. So whatever ritual you're doing, whatever practice that you're doing, the very desire for trying to grasp it, nigga, it runs away from you, nigga.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
I can agree with that because you said it specifically, thinking that you know. I don't feel nobody in here thinks that they know that they're on here right the fuck now. I feel we are all aware of each other in some way, shape, or form, that we have our own understanding and cognitive, understanding right here. There's no cognitive dissonance between any of us as far as who we are, where we are in this space. So I feel that is that's the individual thing. And even just, what I was gonna say earlier, I got excited. I feel that everybody gets meet consciously where they at. So based on the thoughts and feelings, the emotions, or even events of experience will be reflected of your awareness, even if you're not fully aware or you don't know to the full extent of what this is or how it is and all that other shit. That is where you and your mind are being challenged by your soul and spirit energy, your consciousness. So I find that the mind, and I wrote this down in some notes I was writing, is that from a mushroom journey. And so it was put on my spirit that, nigga, the mind gets challenged by the self, while the mind challenges itself, or the unseen, or the hidden to reveal. And then on a deeper aspect, I would say, just like on concepts of things, there's something that I've come to I've come to an understanding with, was that, like, these words, these terms, these things, they all have meaning. Just like we was talking about the spiritual being and the soul, all that, the human experience, all that shit is so much hidden or missing, fill in the blanks type shit, that nobody questions what they, let's say, what they know. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that semi-consciousness come in at, and the niggas start thinking that they know. But if you think that whatever your name is your name, nigga, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to going beyond and expanding and shit like that, it's not a particular job for the mind or the brain, particularly ain't the brain. And so the brain is doing all that thinking and shit like that, and they gotta get into that. And then even just on some science and shit, a lot of the shit that we're making up in this brain matter is coming from lower states often. You know what I mean? So, the way we affect and create thoughts and things is not the way we create thoughts, or how thoughts are created, is based on a particular awareness. And that awareness is not the aftermind, it's rather the higher mind or the God self. So how to source back that is realizing, or just say, nigga, there's no inseparability. So even in your permission, if I could just say it like that, as far as to be here in this human experience and be ignorant or forget and all of that shit, has no weight over what you will or could do let's say in the moment of time, because time is not real outside of this thing. So the construct of what we, let's say, have placed on our own shoulders and shit, it ain't even it ain't what we think, it's what you know. And if you don't know, I feel you won't know. You know what I'm saying? And if and it's energy. So if you feel like you out of place, or you feel like you in a state of unknown, nigga, you better do some digging. You better get right. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a genuine thing, because I feel that nobody likes to feel out of place or not like themselves. You know what I'm saying? So how you come into a state of awareness of self is not necessarily by the identity of what it's all connected, but I'm not trying to limit it there, because I feel like most people, that's what they do, and it ain't that. You know what I mean? So let's say when it comes to who you are and what you are, the soul and spirit created such and such in the name and body and mind for it to remember itself when it's time to return. You know what I'm saying? Or when it's time to connect and do what it fucking does. And my whole thing is, even in the unconscious ignorance and all of that shit, that is still consciousness in a form of self that is basically like catapulting itself back. You know what I mean? Like a boomerang. So it's not as like the thoughts and shit could be unconscious. Like, oh, I'm thinking this, or I think that, or the trance could be unconscious. But when you know, nigga, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not. So,
You just
Yeah.
so my thing is challenging that or testing that and expanding that, because that knowing is, if it, I don't even say if, but when you know truth and you are in truth, it's only gonna keep revealing and unveiling and doing what the fuck it does, because you are on that, in that frequency and embodiment. So it ain't nothing
so
outside of you that could be or would be other than you, because you are not realizing and actualizing at the same time.
so when a person comes within a strong conviction of that understanding, who in the fuck or what in the fuck is going to tell you that spiritual people got to be like this? This is what,
That's
going back to what I
religion.
was saying.
That's other humans.
That's other humans,
Or just
trying
the
to
human
project-
itself, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They
that's just,
trying to
let's say, the
project.
collective.
They trying to project a concept that they've subscribed to of how it should and would and could and gotta be onto another motherfucker. And that's the thing that I was speaking on when I was speaking on. It wasn't really about bro. It wasn't really about him. It was about the comments that I was saying. I'm like, look at these people, probably the same, because they came in my comments with the shit and they talking shit.
Even,
I'm like, bro,
yeah, I
y'all
don't
niggas
even.
need to
I
get
know who
y'all.
you're talking about, and I remember you posted it.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, real quick, because I want you to tap into what you were finna say. But
Go ahead.
like, you niggas need to get y'all a YouTube channel. Y'all niggas done wrote a goddamn 3-page book in my comments.
Yeah.
Did you use to
All
prove
right.
your
I got you
point
on
that
that.
you
I got
trying
you
to
on
say?
that. Them niggas that's on that, they ain't really on that. They don't know. Because any nigga that know, and it ain't even, man, shout out Lavish D on everything. If you know CML Lavish D from fucking Sacramento, but he said some real shit. And this ain't even got nothing to do with, it's spiritual, but it ain't even like conscious nothing. But he said real killers, you're not gonna know them. You ain't even gonna know that they exist. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be singing and rapping on YouTube, Instagram. You're not even gonna know they're killer. You might be on the bus with them, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to real killers and real estate, real energy, or even consciousness or awareness, I would even say it like this: the truth knows itself. You know what I mean? So when you come into a point of awareness, or where, let's say, a supreme being consciousness, inevitability, you would then know more of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So those that are really like, let's say, the more is the less. Because to go back to what you said, you realize that what you was thinking or what you thought you knew in a moment wasn't really shit. You know what I'm saying? But what you really knew or was aiming at is like, oh, that's what I was going for. So to understand it becomes more, let's say, grand of the rising. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't, man, I'm only saying it because this is how these niggas interpret and talking, and this is their language. You know what I'm saying? But even then, when you break it all down to a science or a truth, could niggas, let's say it's niggas in the comments really living it? What? I mean, I'm not up to judge. It's not me.
Yeah,
But
I know what you mean though.
based on Gnosis and based on because your name, my Gnosis, you would know yourself. You would see it. You got, I don't talk like that. Man, I'm not even gonna put it, man, fuck all that. Fuck it. Bitch cute as hell. Nigga, I'm talking to a bitch, nigga, and you know, but she got goddess in her name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I see, you feel me? Like, nigga, see her, so I be seeing, bro. That's probably like a gift and a curse, bro, because I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like everybody ain't everybody. But I say it like this, you know, as you know, nigga was popping at the bitch, right? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even popping at the bitch. The bitch was on some consciousness. That's what it was. She was talking about some consciousness. And it was about like TikTok and all of that. And I was just like, I don't fuck with TikTok just based on the computer system way it operate. Nigga, that shit, it move too fast. They pumping out information they trying to feed you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to force feed you so much. And
Yeah,
bullshit,
they listen
all of
you.
it. So I don't dig that. And so she said some shit like, yeah. I fuck with it for the spiritual blah blah blah, and some of the ignorant shit that it was saying. And bro, on my life, I tried to be genuine, and I was, nigga, because of my genuine soul self, nigga. I'm like, this is cognitive dissonance, nigga. On everything. Yeah. What she's talking about is cognitive dissonance. If you know that this is some bullshit, and you entertaining the bullshit, and you still, you know what I mean? You telling me yourself you're a cognitive dissonance. You may not say it in that words, but you're retarded, and it'll be on my own betrayal to still fuck with a motherfucker like that when I know myself. Or even try to fucking pity the fool on a motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? So it comes from, and that's not nothing against the person. Still,
that's what I was
a
gonna
cool
say.
bitch. But it's like you're shit. I should have posted it. Cognitive dissonance ain't sexy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bitch, do you know yourself? Because if you know yourself, then you'll know who you're talking to when you meeting yourself in other people
You
or
meet
as other people.
yourself.
You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
fact.
And
Nah.
so, or even not, like how niggas say, you know who you are not based on the motherfuckers that don't exist in your reality realm and motherfuckers you trying to, get the fuck away from. You know what I'm saying? So
Fact.
I feel it goes beyond even what the fuck we even speaking, like physically, because all this shit is physical. You know what I'm saying? Like we speaking this shit, but this is
Yeah,
rather
that's it.
telepathic
Yeah.
to the energy and spirit and vibration and consciousness is where we truly at. So that's how I always am. So I say it like this: when I be talking to people, I tend to talk to their higher self. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, to hear this bitch, you feel me, say what she said, it was just like, okay, this ain't the goddess. You feel me? This is TikTok frying you right here. You feel me? And let's say I just didn't even respond because I'm like, I'm not even about to play with this shit, bro. This is not my conversation. No matter what the fuck, I wanted to input on it, and just because I know it ain't my business. Because one day she'll come into her own understanding, like, you know what I'm saying? And I might not even be there. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But overall, shit like that be happening. I feel like that's worldwide, nigga. That's not just her, but it let me know like cognitive dissonance is so, let's say the levels of consciousness. Let's talk about that. Because that's what it gets to. Let's say the conscious levels are where you can receive information and where you are dormant and you are just, let's say, in lack, you're ignorant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And some people got a lot of shit. They follow a lot of people. Got, you know what I mean? They carry a lot of books and do all the shit. But they don't even know what the fuck they really holding, if it's, good, bad, or indifferent. So that is where the challenge, or let's say, have you really, what Brother Panic would say, have you broken through? You know what I'm saying? Or are you making breakthroughs for yourself? And that's a living. That's not no, I'm sitting here, I'm reading, or I'm lighting my candles, and that, nigga, that's the conscious of like, nigga, if a nigga asks you what it is, who you are you religious, or who you, nah, even C. Freeman L said it, he like, nigga, I am God, nigga, I don't believe in no other nigga, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So that self-actualization is beyond the realization. And so and this is where it goes back to cognitive dissonance. Because a lot of people know or think they know what the fuck we know, what we talking about right the fuck now. And so if that's the case, nigga, step on up, nigga, we here. But ultimately, your own, it'll show in your presence and energy. Your consciousness will show for itself. And I think that's where more I'm trying to get at, where it's like, shit, it go beyond the nigga, for real.
It
When you
becomes
living
real.
spiritually.
Becomes real self-evident. Like, shit, this was me and Sack first time chopping it up today. I think Sack probably ran into my channel. I think he said about like 2 weeks ago, and it was an instant. The same way when I talked to you, Chief Westside, Ghetto 5777. The same way when I chopped it up with Zero. Same way when I chopped it up with Coop. Me and Coop from the same city. We got some of the same people. You know what I'm saying? But when we first chopped it up, it was instant. It wasn't, let me intellectually figure out if this person is there, boom, 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 boom. I'm sure every last one of us got our own little human shit. But every one of us know goddamn well that ain't got shit to do with what was instantly realized once we convert.
That's energy synchronizing consciousness. You feel me? And let's say we in our own space, whatever, and let's say we just happen to come together.
That's resonance.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, resonance.
You know what I'm saying?
Resonance.
And it has no choice but to. So because if we're using the terminology of energy, it ain't gonna have no choice but to resonate with the same frequency of energy. You see what I'm saying? And then you get to the point where it's a constant thing where it's instantly recognized. You know what I'm saying? Because what I do, you know what I'm saying, to make what we call ends meet, I meet a lot of goddamn people. And some people it's just, it ain't no if, ands. We may, motherfucker could be wearing a totally different outfit from a total culture, and it's just instant. So it's like when that tool gets refined, you start recognizing, like, I get to the point before they get close to me, I can damn near tell already. A word ain't came out their mouth. And and we can say that, what I'm saying, about, I don't know, some people can say reading orders and whatever a motherfucker can say about what it is, whatever intellectual description we can give about what it is. All I know is that it is, nigga. All I know is that it is. So
I'm gonna say this just to break that.
That's perception.
It's a difference, and I think we all know that. And that's if I have to think. But it's the difference between intellect and intuition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So
definitely.
the understanding of a holistic sense of self, or even what I like to say, a holistic mind or holistic thought, is complete. So just to kind of bridge that is where we talk about, or what you were mentioning, like the empath or the empathy, telepathy, and everything that could come with, let's say, the sensory. You feel me?
Yeah.
That is all interconnected to the alchemy and spirit that we let's say on resonance, radiance. If I wasn't radiating in my sense of self and truth and whatnot, you might not even hit me up, nigga, just because
Yeah.
I'm not where I'm in to be in a particular space where you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even
No.
vice versa. I wouldn't even seen you share the fucking video that y'all was just doing, and you feel me? So the connection and the resonance
Yeah,
is
100.
already there in a multiverse of ways that the human mind needs not to try to make up, because in the imagination of everything, you know who you are. I know who I am in my imagination. I could be another nigga in my mind right now, but I know who I am overall. So as a creator, and as we create realities, niggas understand the functions of their own universe. And so it goes beyond, let's say, the half a brain, what I like to call it. Because oftentimes people just think all fucking day. I used to be one of those people overthinking and just, in my head, you know what I mean? And sometimes I still do, but it's all about, I feel it's all about the practitioner or the work or the magician. It's all about you doing you, and you recognizing and realizing and actualizing where you are to improve more in your energy, more in your spirit. Because like you be saying, it ain't about becoming nothing. It's all about being. So in the realization and the remembrance, even fucking Jesus said it, and this remembrance do unto me in the communion and shit. You know what I'm saying? The body and all of that shit. Everything is sacred. Whereas I was gonna say this earlier, and I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but I feel it's all gonna bridge. Based on the sensory, based on energy and all of that, everything is everything. Based on, like, nigga, this ain't like, okay, we here, it's physical. It ain't physical, nigga. We're not physical, niggas. The fuck? I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, nigga. I exist in multiple realities. I am not a bug. I don't exist in two dimensions. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga ain't just rigid all the fucking time. Nigga can move around. And this is
Yeah.
where we start to upload and we get to understand the integration of who, let's say, we are being called to be as individuals. You feel what I'm saying? And then let's say we understand more of the resonance field and things like that. But what I really was gonna say was that something about faith, my nigga. I just want to say this shit because the definition of faith is it says the substance of things unseen, but the evidence of things hoped for, or some shit like that, right? So my thing is, we are alchemists and shit, right? So I said, the substance, what would be the substance of that unseen thing? Oh, clearly it got to be the soul and the spirit that's materializing anything that you want or put faith in too. So what is the faith? It got to be you and your self that came out as a baby, nigga. Do you not think that, or if you had to think, do you not think that your folks didn't have faith when they was doing what they was doing? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't faith, but it was more like, nigga,
I get what
I'm
you're
here,
saying.
nigga. I
Yeah.
know I'm here, nigga. So
Yeah.
it's no, let's say, what's to come from this? I understand me, or I will understand me. And let's say the will expands, you know what I mean? And we ain't got to go into the whole, the demiurge and bringing children. We ain't got to do none of that. We talking about just the essence of shit, energy. I find everything is everything. What we are
Yeah.
trying to make up in our minds is bullshit.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
cool.
I agree with
Because
that.
you already know. So like I said like this, if you going to the store and a nigga going to the store and y'all happen to run into each other and y'all going to get the same shit, y'all look at each other with a certain eye that's like, y'all ain't said nothing. Y'all just, That's two souls that know, nigga. Y'all ain't
Yeah.
gotta say nothing unless you feel like, okay, buddy seem cool. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean?
And
So
sometimes you don't know what the fuck to say. Sometimes it ain't even meant to say a goddamn thing. It's just a, you know what I'm saying? It's just a,
and that's really that's nigga, that's the seed. If we can even talk about the Hindu mantra beads and all of that, my nigga, that's
Oh
letting you
yeah,
know. And
mantras.
so what is, let's say we
I
had to
know that.
actually ask and question, what is the body doing? To give it credit, not to say it's doing nothing, but it's vibrating. You know what I'm saying? It's picking up the
I
sound waves and essence of what it is, and as it is, however it is, whether it
hold
was
up.
ludicrous or whether it was motherfucking sexy red, whatever the sound inside of you, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna get it, nigga, and you gonna know it because it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get you going. And so you
Hold
don't
on,
understand how
that
that's like the
zero.
grooves of your own mind that what you shape to make up a brain. And I feel like niggas not even looking at it in the depths, or maybe I don't know, maybe that's just me. I feel like niggas don't look at it in the depths of the science of what we or what not saying we, but when we read all of this shit, what we say it is, as far as like when we read the scriptures and all that shit, what is it really saying and what is it really speaking about? Because let's say who are one or who is niggas reading this shit? What is like, you know what I mean? And this where I mean, I guess niggas got to go beyond perception. You know, I would
You
say
ain't
from
got
my point of view,
no
because
fact.
perception of even one's own like idea and all that shit would still be the mind making up shit in the process of supposed to be learning. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to everything just being everything, and let's say information just being information, let's say what knowledge you're supposed to, let's say you grow from that or how you grow from that, nigga, that's inner work. You know what I mean? That's that's consistent. You know, and
Hold up, West Side. Hold up. Cause no, damn, zero. What you finna say, zero? 'Cause I see you want to say
Yeah.
so.
I
He
would
said,
say I would just say it like this just to end it.
hold up.
That's
I was
faith,
trying to get
and
zero to
that's
say
the alchemy of faith working every fucking time.
working
You
every
are
time.
Man, that man's on fire. That's a really man. You're on fire. I love that. I really love that, man. That
and
like you unfold like 100 topics in a row. That's amazing, man. I love that. I really love that kind of thing because you are like you say something. Well, you say a lot of things that are really important, but I want to take this one. The body is something that is not well understanding now in the spiritual community because they start to this is my opinion, this is just my opinion, the things I saw and listened to, they start to reject the body thinking this grows because it's not gross but it's like a physical, it's like the human vessel, the biological is like just want to eat and do the animal stuff, and yeah. But in reality, at the same time, this body is literally, mm, I need to say in these terms because I learned in these terms, this body is Durga. This body is literally the vessel that we are, mm, it's like the tool, that's the word. It's like the tool that we use to put the awareness use this tool to dive into this reality. It's not like, oh yeah, the body is the fine. No. It's just another tool, but it's important in a sense of keep it in a good shape, not in a physical good shape just, but in a good shape, in a good uh, resonance, as could say, resonance with the mind. The mind is another thing I want to point. The mind is not evil, as my notice always told, and told that too. It's not evil. It's just they the mind is not like well trained to be used in these times. Is too much with a lot of intellectual and language and a lot of things that just separate the union between the body, the mind, and the energy. If we align these three tools, literally awareness just dive because when we are kids, just literally do that till we are like indoctrinated and a lot of things. But when you saw like a child like 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, when he that has not like the complete impressions of the beliefs and other things of society, they just flow like an animal. The animals are more amazing to watch than
Yeah,
even gurus or teachers because they just dive in the nature. If want
yeah,
to reach some prey, they catch him. It's like machines. It's very beautiful. That's the thing I want to say, and I want to say at least two. There one man. I really like that man. It goes Satya, Satya.
okay, that
He's
sounds
a he. Yeah, Satya, the channel is Satya Speaks. He approached spiritual knowledge in a different, really good, different way because he's really practical. I used to watch a lot of Sadhguru and I like Sadhguru, but now Satya is like literally saying to you like you only are telling you your own story. If you erase their story, there's truth. What is you? This moment, this present, this silence. That's it. And I really like that approach that he are doing. Yesterday I saw a video of him that said like music, life force or life is music, and mind chattering is noise. When you quiet the noise, you stay present in your own body and in your own energy. The mind quiets, and the song of life start flowing and start going up to you, and you start to really feel what life is in you, is inside of that is you, is beyond the body, beyond the mind, is beyond even the energy, because awareness is what give flow to the energy. That's it.
See, now, and that's the thing, Zero, because I want to go back. Hey, Coop, I want you to speak after me, bro. I want you to speak after me because you've been here for a minute. I want you to goddamn get in here with the mix, get down with the get down. But that's the thing about it. See, now once we look at animals, they straight. We the ones with the gift and the curse called the intellect. We the one with the gift and the curse of the intellect, of the mind, because we the ones trying to figure out what's the meaning of this. By way of us coming up with the concept of what's the meaning of this, we create all of this shit that has happened, whether it be religion, whether it be war, whether it be this and what's that. Because he believes it's created for this religion, for this reason. He believes it's for this reason. He believes it's for that reason. We gonna collide. We gonna collide. Animals ain't sitting down there trying to figure out. Like Bobby used to say the same shit. A dog ain't gotta read no goddamn book to figure out what it is. We the only ones that gotta figure this shit out through this way. And that's the part. That's the part where the clashing comes into, because everybody has some belief or some concept that they're gonna attach their identity to and clash with the next motherfucker, crush the next motherfucker for their identity or their concept of the way that they see their life should be. Now, based off like basically what we was talking about with Sack on Sack channel, we brought up something dealing with is your belief based off of the way that you see death, and because at the same time it's based off of the way that you see and move through life. So if we look at that, the holistic concept of this, like I was saying back with animals, they ain't trying to figure that shit out. They doing naturally what the fuck they do. We got the problem of trying to overthink, over intellectualize, double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, to the point that that's what I'm saying. This motherfucker is creating the problem. It's creating the problem by thinking that there's a problem from the beginning. From you. Go ahead.
Why you think we had that problem? Is that because something we taught and accepted with, or what? Will we naturally have that problem? Like, let's just take it back. You feel me?
Yeah.
Will we naturally have that? Is that something? Basically, what I'm asking, is that something we accepted with, or is that something, you know what I mean? Like through generation, you retell this type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like whatever you get what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do.
Why do we have this problem?
Here's the thing about it. When we look at the mind, we could probably entertain evolution and all of that. But let's just play with the word. Let's play with evolution. And I don't have this shit down packed, but just let's play with it. Somebody can fill in the intellectual understanding of it or the study of it. But if we come from the grasslands, like I was using on your shit, if we live it in a grassland where everything is plentiful, right there in our goddamn face, it ain't nothing really to bicker and go back and forth about. It's a mango on every tree. What Penny says, it's a chicken in every goddamn pot. So by way of us getting into these thoughts, now by way of us getting into these thoughts of trying to survive longer, we start to see scarcity. It ain't enough. It's too many of us. It ain't enough. Now, thinking about the reality of a person who's living in that mindset. We are, you know what I'm saying? Zero in Mexico. We here in America. We out and grew up. All of us and grew up in the hood. We see what the person is like who thinks with scarcity. It's not enough. Although it is enough, we have adapted to the aspect that it's not enough. So it's gimme, 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 gimme.
Yeah.
So it turns into that. Now, I'm just using that as an example. This is the whole of human existence as by way of culture. Now, the culture is built up off of the experiences of human beings. The human beings have these experiences and they have no choice. I don't know if I add T in. The human being have these experiences and they have no choice but to function and ramification of them experiences. Now, can we say that that's culture's problem? Let's try to attack culture. There is no culture without the mind. The mind has to come up with a concept for culture to exist. It has to come up with traditions. It has to. So this seems to be a natural aspect of human evolution of the mind. There's no way around it. Like, that's the thing about it. There's no way around it. That's what these spiritual certain ones that I've been fucking with, that's what they pointing out. Now they may use this word or may use this word or may use it by way of speaking through their tradition because that's all they got. And they tradition. I can only speak through the tradition that I have over here. Maybe I've learned a little bit about this, or maybe I can say a little bit, but my full-on direct experience is an American nigga. Yeah, and I'm happy with it. I ain't tripping on it no more. Even though I see the so-called fuckery, you know what I'm saying? And they come from gangbanging. So, of course, like now to so-called to this point, like, so I got some reference points. But if we looking at the intellect and the ego, it has no choice but to try to continue its own existence. So it comes up with these thoughts, it comes up with these processes that it has no choice to do, but to do. Now in India, they're going to use that same intellect to further continue their survival by way of whatever concepts that they use. Mexico may be a little different. They on the West Coast, they on the Western Hemisphere just as we are. So it's going to be something even more relatable. Get to Antarctica, get to the North Pole, South Pole, it's going to be the same shit. This is why I say we have to look at human existence in a whole and look at the mind.
Yeah.
Our mind, the mind is doing what the fuck it has to do. There's no other option for the motherfucker.
That bitch in survival mode.
I was gonna say that's just survival mode. That ain't shit.
That's survival
like,
mode.
Nigga, I'm not living like that on everything. I don't think none of y'all living like that or even operating in y'all.
Like what? Hold on, what you mean?
Just because,
what
nigga, you ain't, let's say consciousness, you ain't even breathing that in the words you speaking. That don't mix. So it's like, to me, it go back to the actualization of living it and putting it forth. However you do that, whatever you do, whoever you are, you know what I'm saying?
The action of doing
and not getting in the way of that. And I say that for myself, even it's as far as not getting in the way of one's quote unquote free will. But I really want to say freedom of expression, because whatever you create, whatever you cultivating, or I always just say it like this, because you said the concept of the mind, I feel like it's a little like, I feel like the mind is the concept itself.
It is.
The mind only has to expand within the realization and actualization of what the possibilities and probability, let's say, of cause that it can do once it realizes that, oh shit, I am here, I am alive, however that might be, however niggas come into their own online awakening, whatever state, you feel me? That then has to, let's say, nigga, you got the will, nigga, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not human existence, or it's the human experience know what I'm saying?
This is what
So
I'm saying,
what's really
Westside.
existing, what's really cultivating, creating consistency, nigga, that's the spirit and the mind body working together in a union. That so there, let's say that's not, let's say, just to use the example or the analogy, a nigga would realize a nigga don't come from gang banging, nigga come from the stars, nigga come from the cosmos, nigga. So I can see myself in the mirror and say, damn, yeah, I did all that shit, but I didn't do all that shit because that's not me. I don't agree to that, and I am not. That ain't who I am today. So the real, it's like
The
the absence
thing,
of what the consciousness is then will then be is then at the now state, not of the previous of what the old text would then be, whatever the text was. So however that is, nigga, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? It's in you. And I'm not saying it's in you to say that, but when I say it's in you to say that, I mean that you command the mind, or we command the mind as universal or soul spiritual beings. So every day we wake up, we command the mind of all the thoughts and things that we need. And I mean, that's not even, let's say it's not a second guess for you to brush your teeth and do the shit that nigga, you need to do. That come with just this, let's say, survival. So even niggas that's in that rigid, in which niggas everybody been there, I come to the point is like that's even on a higher state of even getting this information and growing consciousness and all that shit like that. That would be semi-consciousness, and the nigga gotta realize that ain't shit, because that's like the brain trying to come together. So a nigga gotta realize, a nigga, like, let's say, in between, like the midbrain and shit. You feel me? And when you actually have a holistic or a complete or a concept of whatever the thought or awareness could be, then nigga, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because all the
check
other
me out,
the shit,
Westside.
like,
Let
you
me
feel
say
me?
this.
Let's say
Let me say
let's
this.
say
When
you read the
Westside.
Bible, when you read all this shit, when you do all this shit, you go through whatever you go through. What does it mean, or what does it? Let's say, how does the body? How do you respond? Correspond with everything that has to say so too, according to everything else unseen, whatever that might be. And that's what most niggas don't consider or quote unquote think. And I find it's really no thinking. It's a supreme awareness that already knows, and it's challenging you to get the fucking knowing. Everybody. It's challenging everybody to
Oh,
get the knowing. But it's
now
your
check
own
this out.
energy.
But
So
maybe
how
it's
you get it is how
challenging
you
you
get
to
it.
not know anything.
That's what I'm finna get to.
Maybe it's just challenging
And
you to be. Maybe that's what the whole thing was in the first place. And
correct.
that's why I was saying when you was talking about like how your mind be racing, I was like, that's what meditation is actually for. It's
Right.
literally to try to get your mind to turn off, to show you how literally you have control over even that. But it take practice, just
Yeah.
like walking and talking
Yeah.
in your physical. But
Facts.
the difference
And one
is,
thing, I
Hold
don't
up,
mean to cut
Westside.
you off, but I feel like just
You gotta let him
not
talk,
between that, I feel
Westside.
like just in like a lot of spaces.
Westside. Bro, you gotta let him finish his. You gotta let him finish his statement, brother.
Go ahead. My bad, bro.
oh no, you good. But I was just saying, like, the development of the mind is, to me, what Western society just lacked, back to what Sackcloth was talking about when he was like, how did we even get to that point of like just being, trying to do shit all the time and all of this recklessness going on. And it becomes apparent to me that it's the disconnect between the mind and body. And
Yeah.
even if you can even get to the soul after that, you know what I'm saying? So the mind, they know, the highest people know, the mind is the construct that you can mess with the easiest to alter anybody reality. But they know the body can break out of it if it's trained, just like the mind can break out of it if it's trained.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And the systems that we in literally are programming, which is mind control. So all of it is designed to control your perception, control all of that.
Absolutely.
And so when it comes to you being like aware, like, oh, you got to deal with all of that kind of like, you're gonna see that. So as far as when gnosis comes, like, it's a lot of kind of gnosis. Like, you got
Mm-hmm.
hypnosis, you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
and psychosis, and all of these osises, like,
Absolutely.
and all of that shit got to do with the mind. So it's like, once you understand the tool of meditation and how that is the actual battle with the God that they be talking about, even in the Bible, how like Jacob and how Jacob got his name when he was fighting God and was like, you got to give me, you got to bless me, nigga, or like,
Yeah.
we gonna be fighting type shit. And then boom, the story begins. So it's always been, the secret was meditation. At the end of the day, to
Mm-hmm.
steal everything, to literally calm everything down in your mind. Be calm, be still. And people think that's boring in today's society, because you know we live in a microwave society. Everything is do this, do that, which is now is actually set it up perfectly for niggas to just meditate. Like, if you ask me, like everything automated, everything is AI. What's left for people
Yeah,
to do? Everybody gonna be tripping. Like, what do we left to?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, sit your ass down,
Fuck
get in the
down.
inner. Go
Yeah.
really see what you was talking about, who that person you saying I am is. Like, people don't really want to go and do that kind of
That.
work. You know what I'm saying? And that's really hard. I'm not saying it's like easy to do. Like, I'm not saying I just meditate like crazy. I try to get into it, but I do yoga a lot to meditate. And that's where I've gotten to. And when we talk about the spiritual journey or whatever, and how I don't really exists or whatnot, and it's like, yeah, that's, yeah, like you really figure out, oh, this is all
Yeah,
right, this is what to do, because you now you know what and who you are, you know what this is, you know what this place is. So you start operating on that time and on that programming, you know what I'm saying, with nature and all that stuff. And then you start, I guess what they say, sinking, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. And now you be synchronized with everything, and now everything you say, you hearing everywhere, and now you know all of that programming start happening. You know what I'm saying? So,
See,
back to what Zero was saying, it is about awareness, and the more you conscious, because you know consciousness, that shit, symphony, it's infinity. So how you just gonna conquer consciousness? You can't. So the best thing, you can't beat it, join it. That was the whole point. Sit your ass down,
but see,
become the
I say it like
consciousness.
this though. You not even. I don't know if you. Not even mean to cut you off, but just because like I would say on that note of consciousness, it was even said just as in ancient mystics was that knowledge, and I feel like knowledge, awareness, consciousness, it's all the same or similar, but I say it like this: imagination can be greater than knowledge,
Shit.
and
Knowledge ain't
in
nothing
a
but
sense of
imagination. Yeah, it's
it
me, but
goes beyond the quote unquote consciousness or the knowledge that one may be preset or already in. So let's
yeah.
say your imagination of whoever or whatever, or let's say your image nation, because your body and mind is the image and the nature of who you are. When you study that, or you say you get into the being of that, when you just be.
Yeah, but your imagination is still a construct of the mind at the end of the day. It's
No,
still
for
not
sure, for sure, for
really,
sure.
you
But
know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
not the
imagination.
real,
It's the it's
the
the
inner
it's the
inner.
mind manifest. It's the mind manifest, and so
This
in the
is
mind manifesting its own reality is really just a realization, and from that realization is how do you integrate, or not even how do you walk or sojourn unto your own self. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And my thing is everybody got to go. So it's not about necessarily staying anywhere, but it's also not about leaving anywhere either. So
But
I
it's like,
agree
what
with
do
the
you,
whole
but it's like, how
meditation.
do you
I agree with everything
choose?
you said as
But it's
far
like,
as
how do
that
you
or
choose
everything
to
you
go
said
about that
was
though? You know what I'm saying? Whether you come to that realization or not, it's like, how do you actually choose to go about it? Like in your everyday life? Like, how is it practical? Like, how do you apply that to every day, what you're doing as far as yourself?
So what do you, when you say your everyday life, are you talking about the mundane task?
Yeah.
That don't matter. That does
Why
not
not?
fucking matter.
Why not?
Cause all of that, like it's all. Let's say your consciousness is also connected to your energy, vibration, frequency of which you radiate, which you was talking about resonance. So when you understand, let's say where you are, and then even where you want to be, imagination comes in. Cause like, damn, am I
Yeah, but you
already
can
there?
want to
You
be
know
in
what I'm saying? So
Acapulco, but you still got to go and sweep up your house.
and
Your
and
and
you
imagination can't
and
just
let's say
zap you
before you
to
before you even come
Acapulco.
to the idea or thought. Have you not already been doing that? Let's say, have you not already been taking the shit? Like bro said, was you not already a dog? So was you
What?
not, come on, like, so
I
let's
don't, but I
say
don't, I'm not conscious. I'm not conscious
when you
enough
grow
to know if I
beyond
was a dog or
when you
not.
grow
That
beyond the
I'm just
idea
saying.
when you go beyond the idea of human society or human existence at what has been fair or programmed, then there is nigga, it's all you, because you understand beyond the physical, as in it's not just physical, it's metaphysical, or let's say it's more than physical. So you don't have to decrease, and you can expand and increase and go beyond this shit because you know, and you know. So how much you know is on your own will of what you could capacitate in the particular
But
mind, which is also not the brain. So how do
but
you do
but what
that? Is
I'm asking you
that's
is,
freedom.
what do
That's
what
freedom.
you know have to do with like everyday life, like just living,
So I'm
like
saying like this: your truth, and I don't even like to say your truth is specific, but I say their truth in universal law, just the truth, nigga. Where you are, where are you in the truth, and that you live, and that you know. That'll tell you beyond what you do and what you are doing, or it'll let you know where you contrary in that, and that goes for everybody. Because let's say what your body's saying, let nigga, what your is your brain talking, is your mind talking shit to itself? That'd be crazy on one's own. That'd be, let's say, the psychosis. That'd be the schizophrenia. That'd be the split brain. That's not a holistic
yeah,
brain.
but people was
That's not a
taught
that's not a
that. People was
concept.
taught that.
That's more of a dualistic nature of a
But
war
that's a
somewhere
program.
inside
But
the
that's a
mind,
program though.
which is let's say somewhere
I
incompatible for
think
itself, for let's say ignorance.
Hold on,
I
y'all.
think
Which is
in the
also a
end,
program.
I
What'd you
think
say,
in
Zero?
the end,
That's the
everything
concepts
is
that we was
like,
talking
Ig-
about. Ignorance is another
ignorance,
concept.
ignorance definitely is
If I
programmed.
can,
Yes,
Hold up,
if I
y'all.
can, if I
ignorance is
Hold
can
up,
definitely
y'all.
interject,
being used as
Hold up, hold up,
programming.
hold up, hold up. Let me reset the
All I'm
room. Let me
saying
reset
is
the
I
room.
wouldn't get caught up too much in the mind. Just like a lot of people don't get caught so
Correct.
much up in the body. You know,
Like,
it's all about awareness of both and how they all connecting together and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I
hold
would
That's
up.
all I'm
say it
saying.
just
Let
like
me
this.
reset the
It's
room, y'all.
about
Hold up. Let me
presence,
reset
because
the room. Hold up. Let Zero and then T. All right.
What happened?
Hold up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's Zero. Hold up. Unmute yourself, cool. Well,
Okay,
you good, but let's Zero and then T go.
thank you.
Did he
I
turn
just
off? I
want,
can't hear him no more.
Yo,
Hold on. I don't think. Cool.
did I turn off?
no,
Y'all can't hear me?
I'm good. Yeah, I can hear you.
I think bro muted.
We can hear you too, cool.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Zero. Go ahead, leave out and come back in, cool. That's probably what the problem is. I'm typing in.
All right.
Go ahead, Zero. You back, cool. I heard somebody say, all right,
Okay.
but go ahead, Zero.
For me, meditation is literally the last program to erase all the programs in the mind, because meditation is not just sit and that's it. There are a lot of techniques, yeah, that's it. But as you said, meditation is literally the tool to raise the awareness, if is in a sense
Yo,
of saying, is like point the awareness inside of you, and
yo,
is because of is for
can you
living
see
in
me?
that state. It's
Okay, he
not
said we
just
can hear
like
you. I'm tripping. I'm high as fuck. All right.
you see and meditate. It's like
It's not just like I'm tripping.
it's like living in that meditation state. That's why I always
I can't
share
I can't hear
the
y'all.
that okay. Can I the I can
Go ahead.
can you
I mean,
hear me?
go ahead, Zero.
Okay. That's why I always share the story about the Zen monks that after enlightenment, chop the wood, carry the water. Before
I'm
enlightenment,
tripping. I
chop the
can't
wood,
hear
carry the
y'all.
water. Because it's
I can
literally
hear
that
you.
that's the
Yeah, I
essence
can
of
just hear you
everything.
too. I can't hear anybody else.
Okay, I thought I was tripping because
Hold
I
up,
can't hear
y'all.
them either.
Okay, okay.
T, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear y'all. I had to hop off and get back on.
I that's what I'm gonna text both of them to hop off and get back on. That's why I gotta keep trying to mute them. My bad, Zero. But this
No,
some
don't
technical
worry,
difficulty,
don't worry.
how they can't hear us, but I'm gonna text both of them. Go ahead, Zero.
Okay, I can hear everyone. In my case, I can hear everyone. All right. Uh, I the thing I say about meditation is like the tool, the ultimate program to erase all the other programs, even knowledge, because when you really live in that meditation state, not you don't live in that meditation state. The meditation state lives through you. You become not the meditation, but you become the state that you quote unquote reach in meditation. And it's not like, oh, it's the only way that I can get this to this point is meditating. No, you can literally get to that point gardening, um, painting, and singing when you are really in that place when you are not there anymore. It's your life energy and the awareness of the life energy flowing through you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I always like and love the said like uh, before enlightenment, chop the wood and carry the water. After enlightenment, chop the wood and carry the water because it's the same thing. The only thing that changed is the resistance to everything,
There
mind,
you go.
thought, everything. That's it. That's the
That's it
only
right
thing I
there.
want to say.
Okay. See, and that's my favorite quote that you love to bring up right there. That's my favorite quote that you bring up. Because there is nothing else but what has been going on after you have this so-called realization, which I'm indifference to the fact of like okay, like the fact of thinking. Because here's the problem: fucking thinking, but it's not the problem. It is the problem, but it's not the problem. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because we get to
yeah,
think there's something better or another way that's better for me to do what I am. But I am. I already
yeah,
am. It's not no I am becoming. I become what? The
yeah,
I am is already full. It's already full. So when we get caught up, and I can say we, you know what I'm saying? It's human existence. That's the problem that
yeah,
we get because we trying to get caught up in something to become something greater. There's nothing greater than what already is. That's
yeah,
the hard thing to accept because it's not that I look to, oh, now that I done gained this knowledge, I seek to make this world a better place. That's where the problem comes in. Because now you got to think and planificate on what
yeah,
things do you need to do to make this thing become better. When the whole thing is before enlightenment, chop wood. After enlightenment, chop wood.
yeah. That's true.
That's gonna be the answer. That's gonna be
And the
the
only
answer.
thing,
Go ahead, Zero.
thank you. The only thing that changed is the resistance. It's just the resistance.
Resistance.
It's like
You
it's like it's like living without head. It's like being headless because the
there you
mind
go.
is not like, but you are doing the thing so perfectly that is like, man, what is this? Is a genius. And I'm like, no, I'm not thinking. That's why I'm doing this perfectly because the mind is not in my way to do it. It's just like that. It's just simply
Just
like
like
that.
that.
It's, yeah.
See, hold up, T. Go ahead, T. I want you to say. I want you to tap in too, T.
Y'all, what were you gonna say?
Um, I think I guess I'm gonna roll back into that. To like what Sack just said. The mind sets up milestones and boundaries. That's the only thing it's gonna be able to do. Why though? That's the way to keep you going to continue. There go Coop. That's the thing that's going to be able to keep you continuing, to keep this existence continuing. Because when we get to talking about like pure energy itself, not high low energy, not dark energy, not light energy, those are the concepts that get placed on it. Because it's just like a river of flowing water. We place concepts on the river of flowing. It's flowing fucking water. You want to call it the Chattanooga River, the Chattahoochee River, the Mississippi River, and this and that. It's pure flowing energy. That's all it is. What is energy trying to do? Continue to flow.
Yeah.
It's going to do that naturally. There's nothing you have to do.
Hey, so would you say consciousness and energy might be like low key the same thing?
It's just like this, cool. What my
Yeah.
life?
In a sense.
This is my favorite analogy right here. If I got a lighter, hold up, fuck. So if I got a lighter, if a nigga had a lighter, if a nigga just had a lighter, so It's like this. Boom. The flame, let's say that's consciousness, but the heat that come off of it is energy. You can't separate the two. You can try.
Absolutely.
You can try, and all these spiritual systems, they try to separate the two. But that's why they say Shiva and Shakti is not separate.
What
You're
you
not
say is
No.
water wet?
Is water wet, nigga? Is it? Outside of the ramifications of what humans have come up with, is it wet, nigga? So if we
That
look at
shit
it from that
crazy.
perspective, that's when we get to talk about
Nah,
this.
that's nuts though. That's
No, it
nuts.
really is, bro. So when
Yeah,
we
it's like separate a drop of water from the ocean when it's the same thing. It
you
looks
just
like different, but it's the same. Yeah.
now,
It's like,
and
yeah,
that's what I'm
like,
saying. That's what the human mind
so it's
It's
naturally.
like,
water in space.
so with that saying, are you saying consciousness
Somebody, hey, Coop, you
can
got it on
create
in the background.
the more? I do
Coop,
got y'all on in the
yeah,
background.
yeah.
Hold
Put it
on.
on mute. Get
You
that
right, you
feedback.
right, you right, you right.
Go ahead though.
So what I was finna say, oh yeah, so basically you can use consciousness as basically the energy to do what we all be saying, manifestation. Um,
Because go ahead. No, hell no. I'm gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
I was oh no, that's what I was saying. Like I was kind of just talking out my thoughts,
Okay.
trying to word it correctly. But yeah, like
Uh,
consciousness, you can use consciousness as a catalyst for creation, basically.
yeah.
And I'm here to say that
And
you
that's how
have
you
no
kind of
choice
manifest,
because this
you
is what I
know,
used to
the
one of
the
the
the quote
videos.
unquote. I think you probably already do it because whatever in your consciousness, you know,
Yeah.
you become whatever your environment is. They say you are what you think. So, and
By
it's
way,
crazy though, because you know I'll be reading that Yogananda book, and he had this master that was famous in India named Lahiri. I don't want to mess his name up. I'm just gonna call him Master Lahiri. But he always told them, like, cause you know they didn't like to meditate like that either. But he always told them, like, no, this like chopping wood every day. This like practicing. This like it's always gonna be making till one day is made. So it's like it's a form of discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
while you here, and the more and they didn't know it because like in their small mind, I just don't want to do this. I just don't. But at the same time, you could have been thinking when you go into meditation, that's when your world expands. You know what I'm saying? Because you go enter and you feel me? Everything expands outward because you slowing down the thoughts. How you was talking about the flow. He was saying the flow, the stream, and you can be the stone in the stream and you're the transmitter. That's what the body connecting with the mind, and they become that transmitter. That's when people talk about they be channeling stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or how when a Lester Crowley, they said who did that motherfucker, they say channel, that's why they was on his dick.
Alistair
I know
Crowley.
you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about, Joe.
Can
I
you
know
hear
you know
me?
what I'm talking about.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Zero?
We can hear you. I don't think you
Yeah.
can hear.
Yeah.
What the dude that Lester Crowley supposedly had channeled or some shit like that. But
Um,
anyways,
Yes.
that
Yes. The entity. I don't
can you?
remember the name of the entity, but I
I
know
felt,
what you are talking
I
about.
wonder if it was the Escalapius or whatever he be talking about.
Nah, we can pull that shit up
I
too.
can't hear you, Joe. It look like sound like your mic muted. If it is, I
Everybody
guess it
can hear
was
me, but you can't hear me, bro. What the hell going on with your shit, bro?
technical difficulties. I can't hear him now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all can
I
still
can
hear me.
hear everyone.
Yeah.
It was AWAS.
It's
That's who it
crazy.
was.
Oh,
It
okay.
AWAS.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Chicano. And
Chicano.
Chicano.
Chicano. Man.
So look, check this out. I don't think damn, it was something I'm finna say. You
Man, Chicano.
contain energy with routine. That's why some magi do the same ritual 100 times, but the ritual supposed to be more and more intense. Some meditation
Facts.
cannot.
Facts. That's the energy
Yeah.
they trying to
Yeah.
move
One
off
hundred
of.
percent. Yeah. One hundred
Facts.
percent.
It'd be
See,
crazy like that.
see now when we get to that point
It'd be
though, right?
crazy. It
Because I
was
want
one
to bring
dude.
it back. I wanted you to bring it back.
I used to
Cool,
teach
cool.
when I was in Utah. He was an older
I'm going
Indian
on with
dude,
cool
and
technical
I asked
difficulty.
him one time how much do he meditate. Buddy wouldn't even tell me. Like he would not tell me. I'm like, what's the? Because I'm still trying to learn the customs or whatever. But he would literally, he was like, it's really personal. Like I don't want to tell you how much I meditate. It's personal. I'm like, nigga, what you be sitting there all day or some shit like? And I probably do. You feel me? I don't know, but yeah, some people treat it. Man, hey, I gotta find this movie for y'all. Keep talking though. Hold
All
on,
right,
because
all
this
right.
movie fucked
You
me
gotta
up
get
for
your
real.
mic together, nigga. You gotta get his mic and headphones together. But what I was gonna go back with the concept of talking about the flame, the light itself, which illuminates, aka enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? It comes
Yeah,
along with the energy. There is no separation between Shiva and Shakti. There is no separation
yeah,
between Isis and Osiris. There's not a separation. The one and the two come together. Now, by way of the mind, we start to separate shit. We
yeah.
start to separate shit. Hold on, let's take the old coupe off and put the new coupe on so this nigga can hear. God damn.
I can hear you.
You hear us now? Okay. So this is what we get into. So because this is what we take ourselves to be. This is why I like using this example. This is what we take ourselves to be. The movie. We take ourselves to this continuous thing, the identity that we have. We take ourselves to be this continuous thing, but we know movies. We know movies. Movies are fucking still frame shots. Just ran together so fast that it seems like one continuous thing.
Hey
Yeah.
man, hold on. Shout out to the diagram. Shout out to the board, fool.
Hey, because sometimes I think I'm gonna start doing this more because it makes it easier when you have some shit
Yeah, way is way better.
Hey,
Yeah,
here, bro.
yeah.
Hey, sir, and Peck, you
You
can
a
talk
teacher
live,
for real. I
bro.
fuck with it.
So we think we this solid thing though. So by way of us thinking we this solid thing, we not realizing the still frame shots, aka the thoughts, aka the beliefs, aka the responses and attachment to the responses and emotions that we have to the so-called experiences. So when we bundle ourselves up into this one thing and not looking at the separate things, the so-called separate things that create this one thing, I think that's when we fall into the so-called delusion of separateness. Now,
yeah, that's duality.
here's the thing about it. So once we get into the what's the name of non-separateness, this is why this is called the trap of spirituality. You think you supposed to be in this blissful state that all the yogis talk about. And I'm talking about to everything that I'm reading and that we read on Sundays and I talk about as well. I'm not buying that. If you pay attention to what the fuck they saying, it's a realization that this movie that we think we are is actually sitting on this screen. The screen is that silence. The screen is
Yeah,
this. It's there.
completely.
It's there. It's a recognition of it, not trying to become it.
Right,
It's a
right,
recognition of
Yeah, one
it
hundred
versus
percent.
become
right,
it.
right,
Now,
right,
because when you
right,
do to try to become it,
right.
naturally, what do human beings do? We look for a leader. We look for somebody to
Yeah,
champion ourselves after, to be like. And that's why I keep saying, like, because some people come on the Western and like, yeah, man, but we just not there yet. Well, not where?
yeah,
Not where? And I'm not trying to shit on them, but that's
man.
where. What are you're not getting it because we're caught up in this becoming something thing when the
Instead
whole
of
thing
just
is
being,
you already are.
you
That
already
being
are. Like,
already
yeah.
exists itself.
When
That's that's what the cosmic P is representing here. You already are that, and you just need to recognize that. That's why we go back to before enlightenment, chop wood. After enlightenment,
Huh.
chop wood. The
when
existence is
you
continue. Go ahead, Zero.
no, sorry, Myosis. I don't want to. I want. Thank you. When you want to reach it, you miss it literally.
Yeah.
When you want to reach it, you miss it. You miss the whole picture because you try to like literally search your tail or search your hand. It's like, oh, where is my hand? You know, it's like, man, this is your hand. Yeah, 100% with you.
Let me read something, y'all. Let me read something that I just got from a secret book that I give y'all. Where is it at? It says, those who cling to their own notions about the true condition make meditation into nothing more than a conceptual process.
Yeah.
Nothing more than a conceptual process. Let's read that again. Those who cling to their own notions about the true condition make their meditation into nothing more than a conceptual process. They yearn for supreme bliss, but fall prey to the debility of craving. If they do not administer the cure, which is abiding in the state of timeless equanimity, then their ascension to higher domain is fraught with confusion. So by the very way of you continuously trying to reach, grab, and yearn and try to become this state, my nigga, it's a wrap
Yeah,
for the further away it pushes from you mentally because it's already there still. That's the trick. It's already there. You have tricked
yeah,
yourself into thinking that it's something distant that you got to go run after and go chase and put a whole bunch of work into. I know a lot of people will disagree with that. I have no problem with it being disagreed with. What I have realized is that it already is that. I don't have to do all these goddamn rituals. I'm not against meditation. Do I do it? You fucking right, I do it. But it's not in this desire to finally realize something. It's
yeah.
not
That's it.
to finally become something spiritual or holier than that, or whatever the fuck concept we want to use. That's what I've realized. Oh, by way of experience as well, which I've given y'all my experiences plenty of motherfucking time. We can go
Yeah,
for hours dealing with that, but nonetheless, I turned to and picked up the so-called Swami Vivekananda, which we read on here. I got that book by way of so-called mistake, but I already had the experience. And this, once we start reading this shit, it start unlocking. Oh shit, what's being said
yeah,
here is the same experience that I had in different fashion, but nonetheless, the same thing is being described. So I'm like, what the fuck? It wasn't the fact that I
yeah,
picked up a motherfucking book and tried to recreate the experience. This shit happened while I was watching cartoons.
yeah. That's it. That's the thing, man.
You remember?
100%.
So it's like, bro, it's like when you're trying to forcefully chase it, it pushes
You're
away.
creating.
You,
Yeah,
you created the
100%.
distance. So here's the same thing with self-help. When you forcefully try to create, when you forcefully, desirably, ambitiously, super ambitiously try to chase this new improved version of yourself, you've created the separation already. You've pushed that away from you already. This is what I see spirituality does. This is what I see self-improvement does. It
Yeah,
creates a gap. Now, you get shit that we read like a Swami Vivekananda or Ramana Maharashi or Maharaj, shit, or UG Krishna, which he reject all of that shit, but he's still saying the same shit. You get where motherfuckers telling you that you are it, and the only way that you not seeing it is because you thinking. You're trying to think your
yeah,
way into it. And it's not a conceptual thing to be able to grasp conceptually. The words that we use can't accurately describe it. That's why I don't get into dimensions and all of that shit. For one, my OG put us down with the game that ain't nothing but different aspects of your mind.
yeah, 100%.
So there's no way there's nothing else outside of the mind that you're going to be able to do. Can you accept that? It's something totally different. A lot more people gonna reject that than accept that.
Yeah, because the mind don't want to die.
They don't want to die. They don't want to know. And that's the
Yeah,
energy. Now, if you use the Vedic terminology or the methodology of explaining the mind and energy, prana in the mind is one and the same. There's no difference.
yeah,
The
yeah. It's
river,
true.
the water is one and the same. There's no goddamn difference. So the
Yeah,
mind natural thing to do is continue to move. By way, it's gonna do what he said right here. Set up milestones and boundaries to keep you to ambitiously trying to go. That's what it's going to do. That's also what creates society.
yeah,
The continuing to want to exist. So we build big buildings that last longer than may need be.
yeah,
We build cars that last longer. So we build farms with Terminator seeds.
yeah.
We do this and
100.
so that. So we got 10 pair of shoes. So, like, it's going to continue to give you something. And that's all the energy is doing over here. That's all that energy is doing on the planet. Is trying to continue to exist. So, what does the mind do? You can trace it back to the source, the mind. It's not trying to do nothing but continue to exist. Shit, you can turn on some UG Krishna. He said he backstage. Oh shit. Shit, nigga, UG Krishna gonna tell you meditation is the goddamn is disturbing the peace.
You
He
said
said you
you
already
said
in the
who? Who?
G Krishnamurti.
Oh boy, I thought you said UG Krishna. I was like
That is
UGK Krishna.
oh man.
Well, I
Yeah,
was tripping.
UGK, technically UG Krishna. UG Krishnamurti. So you let bro you hear him talk, boy. He gonna tell you already in a natural state of peace. Trying to do meditation is disturbing it.
That's
These
hard. He go
practices
crazy.
actually disturbing what's already naturally there. Here's the thing: we're trying to get in sync. Because we've created a separation of being already in union. You see what I'm saying? We can't have a concept of out of sync without the concept of in sync. They come together,
Yeah.
obviously.
It's
They
one.
come
Yeah.
together, but there will have to be a union first before a separation. So, which would say prior to you already in sync. Prior to what? Prior to your fucking thinking.
Yeah. It's true.
Prior to your thinking. Prior to the human thinking, you already in sync. So there's no out of sync or get in alignment. That no longer exists as a true reality for me. There's no out of an
Yeah.
alignment.
That's true. Yeah.
That's what no way
Yeah.
pops.
100%.
It's been here. And no matter which way I could have twisted and tied it, where I seem to, because I don't, me personally, the whole free will thing, that shit's out the door. As I watch this shit, the mind likes to say, "Oh yeah," bro. It's a psychological terminology that's brought up about how we think we make choices, and we actually don't. It's a natural,
Yeah.
automatic response. We think it happens so fast, just like those thoughts that we just talking about, those 60 frames per second. It happens so fast that at the end, what our intellect do, it tries to travel backwards and intellectually connect the dots and say, oh yeah, I came up with that thought or I made that choice. The shit actually is happening automatically, systematically.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
Because
why.
even the
What'd you say? Go ahead, Zero.
sorry. Because even the conjecture that, yeah, the thought of, oh, I made this and I do that, and oh yeah, this happened because of this. That's just a story that mind is telling. It's not reality. It really is not. It's just making concepts about nothingness in a sense. you
And
even
it's
you even you even when you realize that when you plug the video or you go live in the leave oh man, I the negative veil lifted. Yeah, the
The
negative
dark
veil lifted. That for me was like, man, this is it. Because you literally express how everything is nothing but everything at the same time, and that there's the layers because the mind creates the layers, but it's literally
The
just
layers.
an empty landscape. This is just an empty landscape, yeah.
That's
And I say, yeah, and I'm saying that to a one person, and maybe the person said like, no, man, yeah, that's part of the emptiness. Everything of this is part of it. It's not separate. Everything is just this emptiness, and this emptiness is the same as the infinite or infinity because it's just like you said, Gnosis, it's just the other side of the same thing. It's not separate.
there you
It's
go.
the mind that yeah.
Now
I got it. Yeah,
you hitting the nail on the head. And that's and I'm telling you, that's the hard thing for the human intellect to accept. Like, here's the two sides of the same fucking coin. It's the yin and the yang. But
yeah,
like, see, these symbols are used a lot, but I don't think we, when I say we, to not even separate, but I don't think we as a whole really fully integrate that into the understanding of this shit. Because then we get to talking about, even because now we're making a conversation where I'm separating what the mind does. There's no way around it. What the mind does. There's no way around what the mind does, bro. The mind does that. That's what it does. So
yeah,
if you want to look at it from the standpoint of consciousness or awareness, awareness is the source of the mind. Awareness is the source for you to be able to see, taste, touch, smell, feel, whatever all the fucking five senses are. And what experience could you have in this world without the five senses?
yeah. Nothing.
There are no experiences. There is no understanding. There is no talk about dimensions. There's no talk about gods. There's no talk about heaven. There's no talk about karma without these fucking five senses
Or dreams.
Yeah,
or dreams.
dreams. Yeah, yeah. One hundred
Because
percent.
y'all know how I like to do it. Like, everybody can deny this and deny that God and deny if that's a reality. But here's the thing: when we take this shit to waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, everybody have those experiences.
Yeah,
The waking world, you using your five senses so-called outwardly. When you take it into the dream world,
Mm.
when you
Oh,
go to the
boy.
dream world, it becomes an inward thing. Now your five senses are turned inward. You feel heat in your dream. You smell shit in your dream. You bust nuts in your dream, nigga. You do all of the above that you do in the waking world. That's why I say there's no difference between the dream world and the real world.
yeah.
The
And
so
you even
then when you get to
so
that state, that deep sleep state where you don't know any, there's nothing to know there. You're
yeah,
aware that there's nothing there. You just pure in that aware state of nothing being there to be aware of objectively. There's nothing objectively to be aware of. But that state in that deep sleep state is aware that that which is observant of that deep sleep state is aware of the other two states. It's observing those three, though all three states are observatory states. One is just a clear
yeah,
one of content. That right there, we for a fact, everybody that had a waking experience, obviously, a dreaming experience, obviously, and a deep sleep state.
yeah,
What sleep
yeah,
peaceful. That's the same state that they talking about with near copper samadhi.
yeah, yeah. That's
Calm
true.
state when you get into meditation. It's happening during deep sleep. But here's the trick. That same state that's in deep sleep is the same thing that's existence in the waking and the dreaming state. It's always there.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
So when we talking about trying to go become and be this and be that, now I can say that because I've realized it. But at first it was hard to, I don't know
Yeah,
what.
of course.
But now it's like, oh shit. That's why I say we really think we doing something. When we talking about some free will. Free will is a concept that I've recognized that we have tried to come up with to provide us comfort. I had
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
podcast placebo effect. It's to give the ego comfort, bro. I'm telling you, I'm looking at my son, bro. I'm looking at him, and then I looked at my daddy. It's like, nigga, it's certain shit that just not gonna motherfucking change. The way that I talk, if you niggas hear my daddy, bro, you gonna be like, oh, that's that nigga's son. Regardless, even if I didn't grow up with him, we can take it to the genetic level. I guarantee you, it'll be the same exact shit. So if we taking it from the genetic level, let's take it to the mental level. You can't think of no thoughts outside the limitations of the concepts that you understand. Let's say this. The concepts that you understand are born out of the culture and the society that you in, bro. What free fucking thoughts can you have outside of that?
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
They say if you know more than one language,
say
you
it again.
definitely. They say if you know more than one language, you definitely got more than one personality.
Oh damn,
yeah. But that's
that
true.
makes
But it's fixed in a sense of not
Man,
matter
you
if
know more than
if
one
you have
language,
two or
you
three
an alien, bro. You
personalities.
just got intelligence. Nigga, you
hold up,
supposed to
bro.
know more than one
Hold up,
language.
West
It's
Side,
the
bro.
universal
You
language.
can't cut him off, bro. You gotta let Zero finish, bro.
I thought he was
I
finished.
just want to say, like, no matter how much personalities, because there are even some cases that say that yogis have like 108 personality, different personalities, and doesn't matter what kind of many personalities one can have. Is the mind? Is still the mind? Is still the package? You know, matter if your computer is big or small. It's just a computer. It's not the electric current of awareness.
See, and that's the way. See, I'm gonna let you go, West Side. But see, and that's the way that multiple. What they say, you got 70,000 thoughts a goddamn day. The average person. So imagine a person who's schizophrenic. Imagine a person who has
Yeah,
anxiety. Imagine a person who's in a constant fear state. You see what I'm saying? If we want to accept that, because I ain't never counted my thoughts, because counting your thoughts is counting your thoughts is another goddamn thought. So how you gonna keep on counting?
yeah,
No, you gonna only
I
be
ain't
able to get
never even heard nobody say no shit like
Right.
bro.
that.
They say the average person have
I
70,000.
know, but to actually try to count them is, oh my god.
You see what I'm saying? So when you try, when you try to get the constructs of the mind, the best thing you're gonna be able to do is get a framework. Because once you go into the details, if the all is mind, right? If anybody accepts that, if the all, not all is mind, but if the all is mind, you're gonna accept
yeah,
that the mind is the matrix construct. Guess what the matrix construct got for your ass? It got infinite possibilities of shit for you to go deep, search, diving to try to figure out. That's the only thing a so-called self-realized person has gotten to. I don't gotta entertain or have this drive to try to figure out what the matrix is gonna come up with. It's gonna keep continuously come up with some shit for me to try to understand and figure out and decode. I didn't decode how many times do you have to see synchronicities for you to be like, God damn? How many
yeah,
times you gotta
yeah,
decode and see that it's really this to figure out like, well, god damn. Like that's the thing for the mind to try to keep on going with. Now, motherfucker want to
yeah.
talk
That's
about
entertainment.
that's the distraction. You don't need to turn on, you don't need to not get on Facebook. You don't need to not watch a movie. Your mind gonna do it for you. Your mind gonna do it for you. It's always got some shit to come up with. It's always gonna come with some constructs for you to decode. I'm done with it. Me personally, done with it. I entertain it. I play around with it, but it's not
Shoot,
trying
you
to.
still trying to decode what you finna eat for dinner? It be the little basic stuff, boy.
So you got infinite shit to decode.
You feel me?
Should I put on the brown socks or the blue ones? You know what I'm saying? Should I put on this shirt because it's danger or get
Boy,
this
that
one?
should be boy.
But
What I'm finna
that
wear?
ain't that
What
ain't
I'm
that
finna
ain't
wear to
that
this
ain't shit to
party?
decode. That's nothing. That ain't shit.
I mean,
That come with,
Analytical
let's say,
process.
what
of
bro was
course,
saying
it's just a
earlier.
joke, though. It's
It's a
just
joke.
funny.
Yeah, yeah.
That
That's
come
a
with
good
the
joke.
design. Well, that ain't nothing.
It sounds funny. It sounds
The
funny.
point is decisions to make, right?
Yeah,
Decisions to make is an analytical process that the mind naturally has to go through. It's naturally going to do it. Now,
exactly.
if you want to take that analytical process and put it on decoding X, Y, and Z, you can do it, but it's still the same analytical process. You
It's
still,
like you a natural computer. Like you just computating shit naturally.
that's why they
That's
say the
just what you do. That's just what you are.
computer based off the mind.
Yeah.
You ain't getting away from it. It's an analytical process that you're going to analyze, and you have no choice. You got to know to function in this world. You got to know when and when not to cross the goddamn street. It's an analytical process. You got to know if you need to shit on yourself right now, make it to the goddamn toilet. You got to know if you eating a bowl of cereal that you need a spoon or a fork. Now,
And
by way it become automatic because you done it so much, the analytical process is still there. Go ahead, Westside.
I wouldn't say humanity is far beyond that shit. So if that like that all like that don't got nothing to do with actual or true spirituality or spiritual nature, anything of living, let's say spiritual beingness.
Yeah,
Because
Ted, why not though?
as I would say, nigga, you're not a human being. Nobody's a human being. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. So also when it comes to this life in this body, it's the remembrance that we're not this body or we're not this mind. We are in this, or we are conducting this, and we're operating this. So this vehicle and this tool, or this tool of consciousness, should I say, and how we operate it, or how we come into it, or how we strengthen it, is at our own pace or free will, and what that is. And let's say the challenge is within that. How much or what is it that you can do? Let's say probability and possibility, nigga. Nigga, that's you can't argue with that, because nigga, beyond what the fuck we're doing, there's still souls beyond us, not on our frequency, vibration, whatever, that are doing whatever they're doing in their consciousness and this, that, the third. So agreed that it ain't about trying to save no world or nothing like that, but it's about the individual recognizing oneself in the macro of the micro as is. And so that is, it's just like, it's a living, and it's a living beyond. Understand that you already are, of course, but let's say, how do you do that? Is recognizing that everything you fucking doing in this shit is just that is, and even let's say this can do more, because if you realize this is just what that is, then what more can this do, or what more can this mind do in the same space of the essence and energy of being? And so that's the whole purpose. I would say, or that would become the purpose, and that would be your purpose of, let's say, not necessarily becoming, but then being, as far as challenging or traveling or exploring that said consciousness. And let's say your limitation on that is your same, let's say, false mind, or the let's say, whatever this trap of spirituality that anybody fucking think about. But I honestly would see that, in true spirituality, in the spiritual reality of creating one's own reality, that is alchemy of being one's own energy and conscious within the whole human experience, and how you live current in the frequency of vibration of all that you are beyond that which you think you just are. And so that's, let's say, how you accept that. That's understanding. That's responsibility. That's all sorts of shit. Even responsibility for the ignorance to say that, oh, okay, you know what? I didn't know that, but now I know that. So most niggas, that's holistic in that way of learning, experience, and going through wisdom, of which that's the soul. So the body can go through the motions as it does, but this is all energy. So this is all aura, nigga. Everything y'all got is aura, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And so how you,
So
and it's in you, it's not on you. So it's nothing to look and see, but let's say it's something to go into, as it is energy and interconnected as it is. But that's why the fuck are we going to sleep? Or are we going to sleep? I'm saying, Why do we
See,
rest? Why do we meditate? What are we meditating on? What are you vibrating on? What is the purpose? And so I found like it's not about looking for a purpose or any particular specific purpose, but overall, this remembrance in the whole experience of this, let's say what would be a becoming, but it already is, because it is what it is to remember that it ain't whatever you think it is, because it ain't about what you think. It's more than what you think, or it could be more than what you think. As we said, we can all agree it's infinite. And so realizing that when it's infinite, one would say, okay, I have to, let's say beyond human, I would have to be meta-human, or there would have to be quote unquote superhumans. There would have to be anything and everything that why am I experiencing movies? Why am I experiencing any of this shit? There would have to be greater than my own particular quote unquote existence, but let's say I would have to be greater than my own particular existence, and how much greater that is, whether it be some super shit, some genius shit, whatever it is, however it is, and whatever that may be, only one will find that based on their own beingness and practicality of what they do or what they will do, and that's a choice action of capacity. And so, and that goes beyond, like I say, perception, books, all the shit, because how will you're already materialized. So it's not about materializing, but how much can you make what you already have available for, let's say, free energy, as you mentioned the fire earlier. So in that, let's say the heat, that would be called free energy in science, or let's say in thermodynamics, you know what I'm saying? And so the fire is just the fire, you know what I mean? But the substance of that, where that come from, we all know that, man, come on, nigga, I'm talking to nigga, you're God, nigga. And so in ye are gods, you remember that ye are God, not no domesticated human animal. You know what I'm saying? And so in a sense
when
of
we
civilization or niggas, you will realize that you couldn't be, even in the fucking Rig Beta, out of 432,000, they say it's only about 144,000. And I mean, I beg to differ on that. That ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, even on that one, it wouldn't even be 144,000. It couldn't be that. But we know they're talking cellular. We know they're talking about interdimensional or interconnected, let's say, as consciousness and soul essence of, let's say, cosmic and higher essence, no, like soul, spirit, consciousness. And so what becomes consciousness, or what is consciousness, is what we already became and how we are. How much do we have of that? How much can we grasp of that? It's not, I find it's not necessarily what I'm saying when it's not here, it's not all in these technologies and computers and things. It's in our nature. It's in our nigga smoking weed and nigga doing what the fuck we do. Now, how we organize and conform that into our own unique talent and essence of what it makes that, stand out, that comes with it. You know what I mean? But let's say that's part of it as far as in our purpose of that comes with us, and that's our nature, really. But that comes with, let's say, our expression of all that we are, or then even could be beyond this. And so how we remember that is the drawing back in from which we have been drawn out within this body. And that's where, nigga, the purpose of meditation, let's say the purpose of being spiritual. But what is, nigga, it ain't even about being spiritual. You're a spirit, but you're not even a spirit, you're a soul. So going beyond that, in the macro of that, you're still cultivating and created from that. And my whole thing is, even beyond the realization, is the being of that, and I feel that that's in the remembrance. And I only mention the remembrance, and I'm only standing on that because we can all agree that the body and the brain, or we'll say even the mind, can't forget. That's what, like, let's say in free will, nigga could be, you feel what I'm saying? Let's say how you know what I'm saying? So anybody can be programmed, or anything can be programmed as an objective and subjective down here in this particular state, frequency, 3D or physical state. Now, when niggas start to vibrate and go beyond that, you know what I mean? Not only is that choice action and interacting upon one's own inner self and inner world experience while merging, or let's say merging this world that you don't got to, but you know what I'm saying? While you just, let's say, climbing up your own ladder, you get what I'm saying? That's a will of choice of that which you, nigga, it's niggas that don't gotta hear none of this shit. They don't got to know none of it, and we know that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would find all of what that means. Like, I guess it's a passion. I don't want to say purpose, but I guess it becomes purpose. Your passion of what draws you in, that is you. How much of that is you, whether it be the ancestors, whether it be the stars you connect. I'm just saying, whatever it is that caused you, nigga, it's on you and your responsibility to accept that which is beyond, let's say, circumstance of whatever this particular existence or experience is, because you realize that it ain't all what it is. It gotta be more, because how the fuck could it all be?
Now, this is my thing. When we talking about it gotta be more, what do we get the concept of more? Why does it have to be more? We come up with the
Yeah.
concept of it has to be
So I
more.
say
What is
it's
more?
our energy. Even though we might appear here, you know what I'm saying? It's our energy. And how we create and cultivate from our energy that already is, nigga, it's already pure. Now we definitely be doing some fuck shit in the humanity world of impure, whatever we can look at. I don't know if we want to call it like perception or whatever, but I mean, it's certain shit on a vibrational law, certain shit you know you ain't gonna do because you know you, and it's certain shit that's like, damn, why wouldn't I do that? You know what I'm saying? Or what is that? You know what I'm saying? You know, but overall, that's the exploration. And so, how much of that it's already here and it's in you to do that? As in, like, what I'm saying, it's in you to do that.
I get what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's at your pace of what you want to do, and at the same time, what your soul necessarily, what your soul needs, and your soul necessarily needs you conscious to be, let's say activated, awakened, doing you. Otherwise, let's say what they say,
See,
you sleep or you're dormant or you don't know, and so that's
this is
where
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
purpose of, let's say,
Just
remembrance and
check this
meditation
out.
and everything. But I ain't trying to
Check
repeat
this out.
myself. It just
This is what I'm
my thing
saying.
is like you said earlier. It's the thing of it is what it is. But even if we know that this is what it is, and we know that this is secondary to the actual primary of that, let's say, source code, then nigga, how much can you even go beyond that particular code that you know
We
you've
don't
been coded, or how much can you code or shift or change that code? Because what the
we
fuck
don't
else
know
would
that
there
it's
be to do?
secondary though,
Just
bro.
like bro said, when it
We
comes to
don't know that
everything
it's
else that you see
secondary.
going on, what you see others motherfuckers doing, and is it even fucking real? Because we know the
Check
simulation and we know the whole shit. So it's like, come on, with it. When it comes to
check this
one's
out.
own presence and essence of being and experience,
Check this out.
a
Because we
lot of
don't
the
know.
other shit
We
don't
don't
fucking
know if
matter,
it's secondary,
because what
bro.
really matters is
Can you hear me?
who you are called to be, and even
Where's that?
in
Where's that?
the action of now, not yesterday, or who
Where's
you
that?
thought you was. And so
Where's
that's
that?
where all of the ignorance or all of the nonsense would make sense, because you'd be like, damn, I realized why I didn't know then or why I know now. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing,
This is what I'm
that's
saying,
what this
bro.
shit is
This is what
about.
I'm
But
saying.
when
Can you hear me?
you realize that, nigga,
Hear me out. Hear me out, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like,
in so many
we
ways,
don't know that this is secondary.
like I
We
say,
don't
you
know.
create your own reality,
We
and that's the
we
whole
don't
purpose of
know
Yeah.
that
doing that,
it's
because you're already
secondary.
doing that. But
What
let's
we
say if you're
know,
not in control of your own particular
listen,
mind, then
this
anybody
is
can
what I'm saying,
intercept
bro.
and run through your shit, just like we see. So, and
Can
that's
you
free
hear me?
will, nigga. So shit, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
my nose
Y'all,
is talking.
I
this is
can't
what
hear
I'm
you no way.
saying. In reality, we don't know if this is secondary. We don't know
Yeah.
if
I can't
this
hear y'all
co-pilot.
if y'all
I
speaking.
thought I thought
Oh,
it was just me. I can't hear.
Nah,
I can't hear him either.
I
it's
can't hear no
always
way.
y'all
I can hear
can hear.
y'all, but I can't hear no way.
Y'all can't never hear me.
I can't hear him
Can
either.
y'all hear?
I'm
I can hear everyone.
Okay, yeah,
out.
I'm like, yeah,
I'm gonna
I
kick y'all
thought
out. Y'all
He
come
said
back.
he said get out and come back in. Is that what he trying to say?
So I want them to come back though, because we got to understand now that we get to this point, we don't know if this is shit is secondary. This is it. How you know this
Yeah.
ain't it? How we
Yeah.
don't know this ain't it? Because we get concepts. See, this is what I'm saying. We come in
Yes.
with the understanding of, okay, I think he back. And Coop back. Hold up. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me
Yeah,
now?
yeah. I can hear you.
Westside, can you hear me? Westside, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. I'm trying to get him to come back in. Can you hear me? See, I'm hearing everybody too.
Oh, there you go.
I'm hearing everybody, but I don't think Westside can hear me. Unless he
No,
froze.
maybe not. Yeah.
He froze.
No, he's good,
Can you hear me, Westside?
but I don't know.
I can hear you now.
All right, we gotta
I
wait
can hear everyone.
then. So this is my thing, bro. When we looking at the whole of this shit, how do we know that this is actually secondary? If we talking about it all being one from the jump, right? If it's all one from the jump, now we got to get into this conversation. At what point does the separation happen, other than our
Yes.
thinking of it being separate, other than our senses making things separate? by way of what the mind does, by way of what the analytical process, the memory process. Memory says that was then, this is now. Just simple memory, not deep, just that simple shit right there. How do we know that there is a greater beyond? Hold up. Take that coop off and put this coop on. God damn it. I'm gonna be kicking y'all ass out all goddamn night. So how do we know that there's a greater
All right, I'm
beyond?
back.
Because can y'all hear me?
Man, I can't hear no more, bro. It's not letting me hear no more.
What the fuck?
Probably a sign you to go ahead and go to sleep.
All right, bro. That's probably the time you go ahead and go to sleep. But when we look at this shit and try to understand, like, is there this separation? Yeah, it look like West Side froze. But when we try to look at this thing and try to understand if there's an actual separation, we can't use nothing but the information that we got from the shit that we so-called called the matrix, the illusion. We can only use the information from this motherfucker. So, by way, what it seems like to me is, of course, the illusion or the mind, which is the creator of illusion, gonna come up with shit that's saying that it's bigger and better things. Which I say again, if you saying there's bigger and better things, then you are here. You separate from it.
Yeah,
You ain't paying
you're
attention
creating a separation.
to the fullness of what it is right here and right now. And that's what I found what spiritual systems do. What spiritual systems do is add this new aspect of the here and the greater beyond.
Yes,
Why? Why? If we pay attention to the mind, what is the mind going to want to do? It's going to want to try to continue, come up with some concept of continuing. Hence, why we try
yeah,
to leave legacies. Hence, why we try to continue our lineage. The mind is going to
even
continue to do that. What you finna say, Zero?
even if we go to heaven, we want to go on a better heaven. That's the nature
You
of
get
the
to heaven,
mind.
you gonna want a better heaven. You gonna want a better heaven. Like, damn, why we got feather pillows? Why we can't have cloud pillows? Like, the mind gonna come up with some shit. The mind is gonna come up with some shit. And if we ready to realize or accept the fact that that's what it is, it's like, well, shit, okay, what's up with all this afterlife shit? That's the mind coming up with a concept for it to try to continue henceforth after this. Is that easy to accept? Hell no. You're going to defend it with all the other concepts that you got from this motherfucker. But the apparent seems to say that I don't know nothing about no motherfucking afterlife other than what's been told to me, passed down by secondhand knowledge of spirituality, of spiritual teachers, of spiritual concepts. I don't know nothing about that. What I do know is right now, in this very moment, I am. What the fuck I am?
Yes,
I don't know. Where the fuck I am? I really don't know. I really don't know. I know I am, though.
yeah,
I am what I am, where I am, and when I am. Shit. Anybody can tell me any goddamn thing. If it sounds cool to me, I'm gonna attach myself to it. I'm the black god of the universe. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. So now what?
yeah,
And I'm gonna defend that. So that's what the fuck we ultimately doing. So when we
yes,
try to say there's something greater and better beyond shit, from what I've seen in these texts, what I've seen from these teachings, they hinting at it, but they not saying it. And that's why I give a shout
yes,
out to Trey, because when he broke down the Kabbalah, it's like now we looking at what the tree comes out of ain't so far.
yes,
There's actually no tree. It ain't nothing but ain't so far. These are just
yes, it's true.
and what's the names to use? It's nothing but ain't so far. The tree is not outside of it. So you're not at
No,
Mount
it's inside.
up to ain't so far. It's nothing but ain't so far. So it's not me trying to get back to my divinity or get to a higher level of divinity. This is the highest level. The
Yes,
absolute fact that nothing, no thingness can become
Yeah.
that damn thing. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man.
What greater do we need? What is there
100.
greater that we need other than some imagination shit that we come up with? And I'm not saying anything's wrong with the imagination.
No.
I'm saying we need to notice what it does. There's nothing greater than something that's indescribable becoming
Yes.
everything that can be described.
Yes, 100% with that, man. That's going perfect.
You can't
Yeah.
describe what it is. We use words to try to, but it don't accurately do it. And we can even test that with basic shit. If I
Yes.
try to describe to you what pussy feel like you and you ain't never had it, it don't do nothing for you. You gonna create
Yes, it's
something in
true.
your imagination of what it feel like until you actually
Or
have it.
is like explaining to a blind people how colors are. It's not possible.
What there you go. It's like it don't do no justice, bro. So that indescribable state that we can call the soul, that we can call consciousness, that we can call chaos, that we can call whatever any spiritual system has for the representation of that. The Bible gonna call it God. In the beginning was God. That indescribable state, that inseparable state, has become everything.
Yes.
In the beginning was God and created everything out of it. If it ain't nothing but God, that means everything in creation ain't nothing but God.
Yes.
So what other state is greater than God? And all of this is God.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
beyond and what's the name are we gonna go to? Hold up. Let's get Cosmic
No,
Puzzle.
but
My
that's
dog,
breaking up everything.
Cosmic Puzzle P. What's happening, my dog? Come on, turn that mic on, bro.
Yeah.
Finally got my dog on here. Turn that mic on, bro. We can't hear you.
Oh, here you go.
There you go. My
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
Yo,
that's
Zero. What up with the squad? SOP.
Stand on
it.
mother.
SOP, yeah, yeah.
SOP. Man,
Absolutely.
is it on?
Yeah,
We
you
still
on?
got you. Hold on.
You good? Can you hear me?
Hold on. What going on? I'm
It's so
trying to
much work.
see.
Because everybody that come in, this shit doing the same shit. Can you hear
Yeah,
me, Zero?
Okay.
I can hear everyone. That's great. That's weird. Maybe it's because I be the first in looking. I don't know.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Uh,
Can y'all hear me?
standard.
Can you hear me, T? Zero, can you
That,
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Can y'all hear me in the chat?
yeah, I can hear. I can hear you.
Okay.
No.
You can hear me now.
I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you too.
T, can you hear me, bro? You don't look like T can hear me. Go ahead, Copy Post B. What's happening, dog?
Man, chilling.
Yeah, Chief Westside saying the same shit. He said he can't hear. It's
I
all
got a
good.
lag on my
In. No
I
pressure.
can hear you, no.
So I don't know what the fuck going on with this shit. But yeah, man. Yeah.
I know it's good to hear from y'all, though. It's good to see y'all.
Nah, it's good to see your ass on this motherfucker too. I'm like, bro, I was hoping you gonna be one of the ones that hop on this motherfucker. Zero got on here. That surprised me. That lit my night up. That lit my night up. After Pete, after C,
I feel ready. I feel ready.
T, can you hear me
Oh,
now? It don't seem like that nigga can hear me neither. God damn.
Yeah, that's weird.
so
So it's doing some weird shit, bro. But shit, bro. Goddamn, I want to Cosmic Puzzle Piece to get on here and say something, but shit, y'all, it might be a night. I think we didn't get out what didn't came in or put out what came through. So, can you hear me, T? He can't hear me for shit. You can still hear me, Zero?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Just me and you, my dog. It's just me and you, bro. Don't sound like nobody else. So,
Man, maybe it's because you start and I look in
joined
first.
on for
Maybe it's
yeah,
just,
that probably is what it is. But shit, we're gonna go on and wrap this up though, y'all. As y'all understand, as always, I don't know what conclusion was what came to you during this one. I don't know. This was a random. I like bringing motherfuckers on, you know, so different perspectives. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's all the same shit we saying. I promise you that. I don't give a fuck if it sound like it was a disagreement or sound like somebody was saying something different. If you actually listen, niggas saying the same shit, gang. Niggas saying the
yes,
same shit. And we all know that we don't know. On a deeper level,
yeah,
we all know that we don't know, which is something powerful. Cosmic Puzzle Piece, I wish we could have got you on, bro. I'm gonna bring you on again. You know what I'm saying? So if it seems like there's a disagreement, or if it seems like it's the same shit, bro. And this is what I come to realize. It's the same shit. I'm gonna tell you.
yeah, it's true.
We don't know what the fuck we in and what the fuck is going on. All we know is that we are. I don't know shit, but really that I am. Everything after that is
Yes,
secondhand shit. I don't need nobody to tell me that I am. I obviously am. The
yeah,
concept of the word I am, maybe so. But other than that, it's obvious that I am.
yeah, 100%.
So with that, man, we're gonna end it as we always do. No obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. There are no obstacles,
Prosper thing.
only opportunities. Opportunities for you to realize, for you to observe your thoughts, your opinions, the things that you hold deep and dear attachment to emotionally. There's always the opportunity to realize the self, that cosmic peace, that cosmic principle. Peace, love to the whole
Peace,
motherfucker.
man. It's peace and love.
Peace and love, Zero. Appreciate you for hopping on, bro. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do it more often, to
Yeah,
be honest.
it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Really, really, it's a pleasure as always. And I just want to say thank you because you and everyone here and Trav, shout out to Trav, are really the reason that I why understand this, and I'm even able to talk in English. Not perfect, but man, I'm better than any school I learned from. That's 100%.
Damn, that's real, bro.
And yeah, and
we
I
get
want to say,
Zero hip to English. Go ahead, Zero.
I just want to say you are no thing, and that's why you are everything. That's
Hey,
it.
peace, y'all. Stand on motherfucking P. We out.
Thank you.